I'm Excalibur with my broadcast partner, Larry, the real deal Rivera. And here we have Juggy McCanns, our ring announcer Taylor, introducing.
Chico, oye, keep quiet because I am coming out right now. Let's listen to the music and watch the show, Chico.
Is this Santana, Rivera?
This is a band called Orichas, directly from the island, the beautiful island of Cuba, La Habana, Cuba. Look at that, bro.
Who are those women, Rivera? I cannot believe they even held the ropes for you.
Okay.
How much did you pay them?
Hey, Chico, keep quiet. Listen to that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the debut show of Epic Pro Wrestling, Chico. First of all, I would like to apologize to all the people standing outside in the hot sun. Now you know what it feels to be like a Cuban, Chico. Working in the sugarcane field. Now, on a serious note, we are here for one reason. That is because there is a tremendous lack of wrestling that will breeze through the Italian Southern California wrestling fan. You know for a fact that you can't get enough of this violent crowd. And we are here to provide one thing for you. The best, the most solid, most kick-ass professional wrestling that Southern California has to offer. I know the boys in the back are listening to me and they agree. So if you are ready, I am ready. Are you ladies ready? Let's get this show on the road. Let's go. Come on. Stand up, Chico. Stand up. Enjoy the show.
An eager crowd, Rivera, foaming at the mouth. And who are those lovely ladies?
Chico, I had to restrain the foam coming out of my own mouth, especially the sight of the beautiful Southern California Valley. Chico.
She is an amazing specimen. And look at this, here we go with our first match. Coming to the ring is referee Jason McCord, and his pants appear to be on fire.
That's the extinguisher. Look at this. Look at this. I can't figure out where to put my eyes. In the ring, at the ring announcer, or the ballet of the disco machine.
Vixen is a voluptuous lady, Rivera, but please avert your eyes. Keep your attention on Disco Machine and Lil Cholo, two members of the fantastic Team Chismo. And you see myself holding the ropes for Lil Cholo because I am a gentleman as well as a scholar. And due to the magic of videotape, I am there in the ring and speaking to you at the same time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing the special dance of the one and only Disco Machine, complete with mini mirror ball held by Vixen, his ballet, that if she fall in the ocean, Chico, she will have no problem staying afloat.
Rivera, please, let's keep the derogatory remarks to a minimum.
Derogatory, Chico, that is praise. That is admiration. I have nothing but respect for these women.
Respect. I can't believe you dare call it that, but let's listen to the few words from myself.
But you know what?
Disrespectful.
I'm sorry. Show over.
Very popular. El Cholo.
But you know what happened? That ugly motherfucker Taro, that horny motherfucker, he wrestled in Philadelphia last night, and you got his ass kicked all the way from Philadelphia to New York to New Jersey. And that leaves you without a match. I am fucking pissed off. First show, I don't get a match. What kind of bullshit is that?
Hey, watch the language, kid.
I was overcome with emotion.
Little children's in the crowd.
They should cover their ears. Their parents should cover their ears. What are little children doing at this show, Rivera?
Freedom.
Their parents should
Freedom of viewing.
Their parents should be locked up for subjecting them to this violent crap. However, you will not see any violent crap in this match, Rivera. You will only see the finest wrestlers Southern California has to offer.
Many of the wrestlers in this match are graduates of the Revolution Pro organization that was based in Orange County, California. Chico, head by some of the graduates such as yourself, Excalibur, Super Dragon. Many top talent in Southern California has passed through the hall of Revolution Pro, Chico.
As you see on your screen, Mr. Excitement, one of your fellow Islanders, Rivera.
That's correct, Mr. Excitement from the island of Puerto Rico.
He's ready for some action. However, so is Cholo and Disco Machine.
Okay, I know this. Blue Ranger! Hey, shut up! I noticed that when our people came out, we didn't get quite as many cheers as they did. Hey, fuck!
Hey, hermano, tranquila.
All right.
You know what I'm willing to do? I will give one of you guys the shirt off my back. This brand new Chico t-shirt. Me, Super Dragon, and Disco Machine. Who wants it? Come on!
Someone is gonna get one of you used t-shirt.
It was brand new before the show. Brand new. The fans did not deserve it. They will learn to love me. They will learn to love us.
And Disco Machine has a brand new Chismo t-shirt.
Well, I took it back from him. But, you know, he can get one anytime he wants.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, the matchup. You have Mr. Excitement and Chogon facing Lil Cholo and Disco Machine.
Cholo and Mr. Excitement start off the match at a stalemate, it appears. Cholo, a fan favorite in his first ever appearance in Epic.
Take a good look at Lil Cholo, ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Orange County, one of the major stars of the WPW Anaheim Indoor Marketplace. Chicos.
Collar and elbow tie-up. Cholo goes behind, drops him down.
Come on, Cholo!
Excitement reverses, he's got his arm, drops the knee right on the elbow.
Beautiful reversal by Excitement as that armbar, reverse armbar, applying pressure to the elbow.
Cholo looking for a possible escape. He's got the crowd behind him. Excitement brings the arm over Cholo. Skips up. And showing his lucha libre expertise, takes Mr. Excitement over.
Nice arm drag. Lil Cholo, as of late, has been involved in many confrontations here in Southern California with the likes of B-Boy, Scott Lost, Joey Ryan. He's really making a name for himself.
He certainly is, and a big victory here would help him out tremendously. Holding Excitement down in a headlock, Excitement reverses, again working the arm and the neck of Lil Cholo. Cholo looking for an escape, gets to the ropes. Referee Jason McCord on the ball, makes him break it.
Snapmare.
And a terrible stretching pin, or submission hold, applied by Mr. Excitement. Cholo takes him down. And he applies a submission hold of his own, working the knee of Mr. Excitement.
As far as Mr. Excitement is concerned, everybody knows his background as a champion prize fighter from La Isla del Encanto. I am, of course, talking about Borinquen, Puerto Rico. A beautiful place, not as beautiful as Cuba, but still right up there. It's a tough Caribbean spot. Look at that.
Excitement vaingloriously poses for the crowd. Nobody wants to see that. Cholo takes down Mr. Excitement again. Referee breaks him off because Excitement had the ropes.
Disco Machine a little anxious in the corner to get into the action.
He and Excitement have many storied matchups in the Revolution Pro promotion. And Cholo with a big kick to the back of Excitement. Excitement will take no guff. And with a kick of his own.
Right back.
Disrespecting Lil Cholo, who is obviously 25 years his younger.
Chico, what are you talking about?
Excitement, he's an old man. Look at him.
He has the look of a prize fighter. Fireman takedown. Fireman carry.
Cholo showing off. That's what these people came to see. And Disco Machine, for the first time, steps into the ring against Shogun.
Disco Machine.
Oh!
Always up to his ante.
That was foul. He was fixing his hair and dancing for the crowd. I'm consoling Disco Machine here. You didn't see that.
I need more information, Chico, on the Vixen. That's the information I need.
Well,
how do I get in contact with these women?
You have to get in contact with her through Disco Machine. Unfortunately, they're married, Rivera.
I have my ways, Chico. I have my ways.
Disco Machine quickly taking over on Shogun. Puts him in a front face lock. Shogun reverses. Working the arm over. Disco feeling the heat from the fans. Oh, no. Front roll. Kips up. And he takes Shogun's arm. Applying the pressure.
Chico, once this Vixen gets a dose of the Cuban charm, it's all over. Se acabó, bro.
How could she be charmed by a savage from Cuba when she has the disco dancing man
Savage
from Tempe, Armenia? Shogun with the go behind. Takes down Disco Machine. Right into the front face lock. Disco looking for the reversal. Reverses.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing this tremendous opening match from the Epic Pro Wrestling debut show, International Collision, from the beautiful Rey Theatre.
Disco Machine.
Los Angeles, California.
Disco Machine, not a Los Angeles native, as I mentioned. Riding Shogun. Oh, Jason McCord on the ball again, forcing Disco Machine to break. I can't say I agree, though.
Not without a parting shot to the coco from the foot of Disco Machine.
Hammerlock applied by Shogun, puts him into a headlock. Working the headlock, squeezing the head of Disco Machine. The blood rushing out. Disco fighting into a hammerlock of his own and a headlock of his own. A beautiful reverse. Oh, what ring generalship by Disco Machine.
Tag from Machine to Lil Cholo. Lil Cholo winding up. Pow.
Drop kick.
Drop kick to the face.
Right in the mush, Rivera.
Oh, tremendous impact.
Stomping the head of Shogun, keeping him down on the mat, maintaining the advantage for his team. Disco Machine with another savage dropkick to the face of Shogun. This is excellent teamwork we're seeing here by Team Chismo members, Disco Machine and Lil Cholo. A big chop delivered by both men, shooting Shogun to the ropes. He kicks, he ducks, he grabs, and he drops.
Wow.
Both men right on their head.
That was a combination, a stunner combination DDT. I can't imagine that.
Little Cholo has the leg preventing the tag. Shogun still reaching, still grabbing. Can he get to Excitement? He does. Excitement coming in, ready to clean house. The Puerto Rican House of Fire. Forearms around, elbows to the face of both men on the opposing team.
Tremendous agility being exhibited by Mr. Excitement as he gets ready to High altitude.
Big plancha by Mr. Excitement, taking out both myself and Disco Machine on the outside, and a cheap shot to myself. Despicable actions by this dirty Puerto Rican.
Hey, cuidado. Watch the language, Chico.
Lil Cholo breaking up Shogun's dive attempt. Big drop kick. Cholo with a dive of his own, possibly.
There he
Big
goes.
tope.
Wow.
Right out. Taking out, again, both men on the outside.
He also a little damage to himself. His head, he actually hit the guardrail.
Warming up the crowd. Shogun appears ready to be diving. Could this be a big front flip plancha? Oh my God, I can't believe it. Rivera taking out all four men on the outside of the ring. Pandemonium already erupting in the Rey Theatre.
All four competitors knocked silly,
Myself too, Rivera,
Laying-
knocked silly.
laying on the concrete floor of the Rey Theatre.
Excitement getting in some cheap shots on the outside, throws Disco Machine back into the ring. As I mentioned, they had a storied rivalry in Revolution Pro, possibly continuing this rivalry here in Epic. Excitement bullying him in the corner, shoots him pillar to post. And a big elbow smash to Disco Machine.
Mr. Excitement showing some of the prize fighting skill he taken from that sport and applying to the sport of pro wrestling. Look at that! Giant elbow drops, one after the other.
2 count, Little Cholo breaks it up. Rivera, I don't know of many boxers that would do a flying elbow drop like that, though.
Only Mr. Excitement, that's why he's.
The pride of Puerto Rico
That's right.
and the outlying regions. Shooting Disco cross, drops him down, and a beautiful rolling crab applied by Mr. Excitement. As you see myself trying to assist my teammate, Disco Machine. I'm notifying him merely of where the ropes are, and Mr. Excitement, what a dirty trick, pulls him out.
You are walking a thin line between contributing to the match and actually interfering.
I am merely out there to manage, to coach my men, and Disco Machine with a beautiful arm drag. Misses the clothesline, boots, and a big snap suplex by Disco Machine carries him over. Could it be one more? Could it be? Could it be? Oh, the face buster, the gourd buster as it's called. Flips Excitement over for the pin. 2 count, Excitement kicks out. Rivera, this is a very close match so far.
Very close, and many commendations have to be given to referee Mr. McCord. How'd you say that?
Jason
Wow.
McCord, oh, and a big enziguri kick.
And Ziguru, chick.
Shogun taking cheap shots at Little Cholo and Disco Machine.
Hi, Birdie. Snap.
A suplex of his own. Another. Could he be going for the trifecta? No, he takes down Disco Machine. What a dirty maneuver.
Those Dynamite Kid like a snap suplex. Certainly taking the win out of Disco Machine. He's
After a big elbow like that, Shogun should be going for a pin, not chops, a pin. Instead, he's lollygagging, playing to the crowd. A big back suplex by Shogun. And here he applies the Shogun special. But no, Lil Cholo will have no part of it.
Did you hear that?
Drop kicking Shogun
Did you hear that?
in the face again. Shogun better watch his teeth because he might swallow them after another drop kick.
Little Cholo on fire at this point.
Oh, a savage chop of his own. Echoing Ric Flair, possibly if he was Mexican.
Many Little Cholo supporters have made it.
Quesadora, and the face buster.
Many supporters coming out, making the drive all the way up from Anaheim to be at this show to support the Little Cholo.
The seedier regions of Anaheim, I might mention. I've been to Cholo's house. It's not pretty. Cholo, you see, many years of ring experience keeping on Shogun, trying to wear him down for the eventual pinfall that he will, of course, obtain. Instead, he goes for a big submission. Is that a Mexican stretch I spy?
El Cholo, I'm talking about a Little Cholo gets a lot of his knowledge, a lot of the training.
Disco
From
Machine
the
going
one
up
and
top.
only-
The Spider Plancha to the floor.
High altitude. As I was mentioning, the trainer of Little Cholos, the one and only Henio, promoter of the WPW.
He will grant you many wishes, but at what price, Rivera?
That's right.
Cholo going up top. What could it be? Could it be one of his? Nothing. It will be nothing except ice in the lower groin region tonight for Cholo. Shogun for his finishing maneuver. The Death Valley driver drops Little Cholo down. Slowly, arrogantly.
Only
two. Because of that
278.
arrogant cover, he could have had 3 if he hooked the leg. However, for my team, it's a good thing that he didn't, Rivera.
You seem to know everything about this. Why are you not in the ring at
Because
this present time?
Because the third member of their team, Taro, had wrestled the night before. A face buster. Yokosuka cutter by Lil Cholo. He should be going for the tag. Instead, he goes for the pin. Excitement quickly breaks it up. As I was saying before, Rivera,
Taro was scheduled for this match.
he was scheduled for this match, except he wrestled previously in Philadelphia the night before, sustaining a beating at the hands of a big exploder by Mr. Excitement with the pin. 2 count. Lil Cholo somewhere within his reserves kicks out. Taro experienced a beating like none other from the locals of Philadelphia, and he was unable, in poor condition, to make it for the epic show.
Big Saito suplex.
And Disco Machine smartly breaks it up.
Mr. Excitement showing a wide variety of moves.
He is known as a suplex technician. Disco Machine going for the choke slam. Excitement reverses, elbows well placed to the head, going for the exploder. Disco, another elbow to his head. Again with the choke slam. Excitement with the elbows. Cholo.
Lil Cholo attempting to break up, but the choke slam hit.
3 count fall. And Disco Machine with the added celebration, scoring a victory in the first ever match of Epic for Team Chismo. Lil Cholo and Disco Machine scoring the pinfall. An incredible bout we just witnessed, Rivera. What could be in store for the rest of the night?
Ladies and gentlemen, all I have to say is if the pace of this match is going to be continued through the rest of the show, olvídate, we have history on our hand.
Lil Cholo as well as Disco Machine in the post-match celebration, and there you see myself getting into it.
My goodness, look at that.
The voluptuous vixen, always pleasing on the eye, but she'll break your heart in a second, Rivera. Cuidado, Chico.
No question about that.
Whoa. Juggy McCann's back in the ring to announce the second match of the show.
It's a technical violence tag team match scheduled for only 1 fall. Introducing first.
Rivera, while we have this moment, please tell us a little bit about the technical violence tag team division.
The Technical Violence Tag Team Division is the division created specifically for tag teams here in the Epic Pro Wrestling, and it is going to be strictly adhered to. I'm talking about none of this going back and forth. We are presenting tag team excellence combined with technical violence that should bring a new aspect, a new view,
An amalgamation of styles.
a
if
new
you will.
paradigm. How do you like my vocabulary?
That
kid?
was a $5 word.
A new
Rivera.
paradigm to the tag team style.
In the ring, we see Piloto Suicida, no strangers to the rings of Southern California and the world, with his manager, Maxi Minx.
Piloto Suicida many years in the rings of Southern California Lucha Libre, from the All Nation Center, Chico Soto in East LA, to San Bernardino, to San Diego, Tijuana.
And also in Japan, in Michinoku Pro Wrestling, with the great Sasuke and his partner, Darkness.
Dark Side. What do you drink? What do you?
partooken in a little too much mead this evening,
The
Rivera.
little cholo maybe passing you some of that magic juice.
We do like to get faded on occasion, Rivera.
It's the dark side and Piloto Suicida.
To the ring now comes the Ballard brothers, a team since birth, Rivera. These two fine Canadian men, always one to entertain, always a tough matchup in the ring. I have faced them on numerous occasions, as well as Darkside and Piloto Suicida.
Something to say here.
Hopefully it's not in Canadian.
First of all, happy you guys are saying USA. But these guys here, they're not even Americans, so I don't know what you're talking about.
A boat.
What do you say?
The Detroit area, we catch many of those accents.
We came all the way out here for some competition because everybody here has heard of the Ballard brothers, am I right?
Of course he's right.
Many years, these guys are
So we came out here to wrestle some Americans, and they give us something less than Americans.
Mexicans are a dirty
Easy now,
people.
Will. But here's my question. What are you doing with them? You look like you could be our stepsister that nobody wanted.
Left on a doorstep.
Everyone can be related to a bunch of Canadians.
Maxie Minx.
Minxie Max.
That's me. Maxie Minx, reigning queen, knows where her love is.
Girlfriend of Piloto Suicida, possibly. We don't know. As for this matchup, it'll be a very interesting mix of styles. The Ballard brothers, Canadian by birth, but they have trained in the Lucha Libre styles in WPW from Anaheim, Orange County, California. So they are no strangers to what will be presented by Darkside and Piloto Suicida in this match.
Minxie Max, obviously not the
Maxine Minx.
obviously not the girlfriend of Dark Side, Chico. It looks like his girlfriend is a giant insect. Mothra. The Mothra is the... I can't believe it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we have the squaring off of one Ballard. I can't tell one Ballard from the other Ballard brother. Do you know who is who?
The one with red hair is Shane. The one with brown hair is Shannon. A beautiful hip toss takeover by Darkside. Taking down one of the Ballard brothers. Piloto Suicida, obviously not displeased with the way things are going thus far.
Someone has to tell this Minxie Max to relax.
She is very spirited. She supports her team 1,010%, Rivera.
She keep up at this rate, her head is going to explode by the end of the match.
Darkside appears to be having his way with one of the Ballard brothers. I apologize for not being able to tell the difference. Pushing him off, stiff kick right to the thigh.
You mentioned the word stiff. Most of the Southern California fans know that this guy, Darkside, is one of the more stiffer worker here in the Southern California region.
He is brutal in every definition of the word, taking out the legs of Ballard brother A. Did they just do the Killer Bee switch, Rivera?
There's no way that a referee can keep track of who is who.
They could have their liberties by cheating in this match. Ooh, a big Yakuza kick attempt by one of the Ballards. However, that is one of Darkside's many, many moves. He will not fall for it that easily.
Now, if the Ballard were really smart, they would wear the same number.
They're Canadian, Rivera. What do you expect? Dragon Rana by Darkside. A move very uncommon for a man of his size. Arm drag takeover by one of the Ballards. Darkside showing his Lucha Libre expertise, spinning around. Arm dragging one of the Ballards. A big block. Go behind by the Ballard. Arm drag of his own, slowing things down. He likes the slow pace of the match, methodical, scientific, allowing him to focus on one body part and one body part alone.
You know, I'm trying to figure out what it is about the Mexican that Mixie Manxie is drawn to. You see, to me, the more natural thing she would be aligned with would be the Canadian. She looked like a Balor sister, chick.
She is a white girl, and she is from Northern California. However, those people do not get along with Canadians very well. Perhaps they got her a deal at El Torito. Piloto Suicida, big drop kick off the ropes to the face of Ballard brother B. Notice how I differentiated
Yes,
it?
yes.
Oh, Dark Side with a big drop kick of his own. The Ballards definitely appear to be in trouble early on here in this first ever technical violence tag team match.
Referee Adam Marantz
The whole ref and show,
trying to maintain order.
Piloto Suicida carrying around the Ballards. Beautiful body slam. Arrogant pinfall. I couldn't understand. Oh!
Piloto referring to the Ballard as an American. Obviously, his geography and skill
Well,
is a little lacking.
you have to understand, in Mexico, they don't have a very good educational system. Those people are easily confused.
Chico, well, look out what you're saying. You have to be careful.
Beautiful monkey flip by Piloto Suicida, sending Ballard brother B flying. Another monkey flip, sending the Ballard flying again. Piloto, textbook drop kick, sending him out of the ring.
Piloto getting some altitude on that drop kick.
Cuts Ballard brother A, cuts him off with a big back elbow, and Darkseid with a back elbow of his own. A shot to the face. The mush, the money maker, if you will.
The puss.
Big leg lariat in the corner. He had nowhere to go but down. Boxing type blows to the stomach, to the ribs, to the head. Darkseid having his way with the much smaller Canadians. Another leg lariat. Rivera, will this madness ever stop?
It has to stop sometime. This dark side can't be on top forever, Chief.
He is a bigger man. Bigger men, as we know, are prone to winding early. Could that be a factor here in this match? Yes, it could. I'll answer for you.
I was thinking about the answer.
Grinding the boot to the face of one of the Ballards. These Canadian men, this is truly an international matchup. Again, sending Ballard brother A, pillar to post. Another leg lariat, he misses. Oh, right on his head. The Ballards taking advantage of this, no doubt, advantageous situation, putting the boots to Darkseid. Could we see one of their patented tag team maneuvers? Piloto Suicida doesn't like it, but referee Adam Morant's keeping him separated from the action.
Mixie Max again showing the high energy. What's her name?
Maxie Minx.
Okay.
Beautiful spinning chop by Darkseid, leveling both of the Ballard brothers, but they go low, taking out his knee. A very effective maneuver on a bigger man such as Darkseid. Sending them to the ropes. Beautiful back elbow by Ballard brother B.
Look at that mask of the dark side.
It is frightening. His girlfriend could be Mothra for all we know.
Mothra, Chico, I'm telling you. I thought outside of the LRA, I thought I saw those two little tiny women that follow the Mothra around.
They sing like princesses.
Yeah, look.
Ballard brothers, teamwork extraordinaire. Piloto Suicida breaking up the pin. He will not let his man Darkseid go down that easily. Ballard brother, I believe it's A.
High vertical attempted.
Stringing up Darkseid across the ropes. Could he be going for a leg drop or a knee drop or an elbow drop? It was an elbow drop. Third time's a charm. Darkseid flipping into the ring. Obviously taking much punishment on the back of his head. Quick kick out by Darkseid. Adam Morant's only with the 2 count.
Only 2 there. And you notice the beautiful architecture, Chico, the Rey Theatre, the chandelier. All kind of.
Dropping Darkseid onto their knees. Going for their patented teamwork. Drop kick to the head. His ears must be ringing. Another drop kick at both ends, Rivera. I believe he'll have some trouble in the morning. Referee Adam Morantz keeping Piloto Suicida out of the ring.
Double the impact, double the gum, chick.
I believe it's double your pleasure.
Oh,
However, Darkseid not having too much pleasure at the moment. Balor Brother B sending him to the ropes. Darkseid shoots under. Big Yakuza kick to the face. Levels the burly Canadian hockey-playing lumberjack of a man.
the Andre the Giant style foot to the face.
Darkseid feeling the effects of the teamwork of the Ballard brothers. Not being able to make a team, here comes Piloto Suicida, having nothing that the Ballards have to offer, a body slam of his own. Could he be going up top? He is no stranger to the higher altitude. Big plancha going to the other corner. Could we be seeing a repeat? Oh no!
Senton.
Big flipping senton with a cover. 2 count only for Piloto Suicida. A big chop to Ballard Brother A, sending him to the corner. Across to the opposite corner, spinning leg lariat by Piloto Suicida. A move originated in the Lucha Libre style, Rivera.
That's correct.
And another Lucha Libre maneuver, the Hurricane Rana from the top rope. Broken up by the Ballards.
Originally known as the Frankensteiner, chico.
Hurricane Ramirez inventing the Hurricane Rana. And Darkseid with a big dropkick, sending Ballard Brother B, I believe, outside of the ring. Leaving the ring to inflict some more punishment on the Canadian men on the outside. A forearm to the head. Where is he going, Rivera? Where is he going? It is not safe behind those rails. That's where the fans are. The wild things.
I'm telling you, this the way it is here in Epic Pro Wrestling, we're allowing the technical tag team division, technical violence. It's exactly what it means. If they want to bring some of the violent crap to the match, they are more than welcome.
Where is Darkseid going? Back to the ring, but the Ballards are on the outside. Piloto Suicida being consoled by his manager, his valet, Maxi Minx, going up top. No, he can't be. The Ballards are behind the railing. No, Rivera.
This is
Oh my God, no! From the post, he dives! I cannot believe what I just witnessed. The entire crowd is in shock. Chants of holy shit resonating throughout the historic Rey Theatre. I believe that is the first time in the storied history that has been repeated ad nauseum in this theater.
Darkseid risking life and limb to do a combination that's going to take out both of the Ballard brothers at the same time.
Piloto Suicida going for a flying maneuver of his own. Beautiful tope con hilo. Right over the top, splitting the Ballard brothers down the middle.
Let me explain to you, chico. It's tope con hilo.
Hilo.
Así se dice.
I thought the L was silent. Maxi Minx, what is she doing? She can't possibly be going for a flying maneuver of her own. That is unheard of. Women cannot wrestle.
Oh my good, look at that. Moonsault.
Beautiful quebrada. Acai moonsault.
Acai moonsault.
But she took out her own teammates with that quebrada.
My goodness.
Another holy shit chant. The fans rubbing their eyes like they woke up from a bad dream.
Somebody may have to come to ringside to attend to this. She may have overestimated the guardrail and hit the head.
Oh my goodness. Women are not meant to be in the wrestling ring in that capacity. Darkseid with a big running knee to the sternum. Arrogantly adjusting his knee pads, adjusting his gear. Maxi Minx, continued involvement despite the minor flub on behalf of her team.
Is she getting involved again?
What could she possibly be attempting?
Oh yeah, brother, this looked like
Darkseid holding the chair in front of his face. Maxi Minx going up top. What could she be doing?
Van Dominator.
Oh my
Did you
goodness,
see
I
that?
cannot believe it. And Ballard taking advantage. Drop kicking that poor woman right in her behind.
People, maybe it's time that we bring some competition for the Minxie Max herself.
Maxi Minx, Rivera, please.
Bro.
Oh, the Ballards grabbing that big fop of hair on her head. What could he be doing? Where could he be going? Referee Adam Morant's restraining him. Women have no place in the... What is Darkseid going for?
That looks like the dreaded song.
Oh my God, right in the eyes of referee Adam Morant. Blinded. The Ballards clubbing blows. Darkseid chops to the throat, the neck. Another chop to the neck. Big spinning chop, nearly decapitating the Ballard brothers. B. Rivera.
I have seen that very move break open the skin on the opponent of the Darkseid.
What is Maxi Minx attempting now? Breaking the eyes of Darkseid. And a stiff shot to the back of the head. Maxi standing up top, plotting, waiting, picking her opportunity. Oh! A big neck breaker. Uh-oh. He is in trouble now.
No effect to the Ballard brother.
Much trouble heading her way. What could he be attempting? Oh no. Rivera, what is he trying?
This looks like a kind of a pervertido move I'm witnessing here.
Darkseid regaining his senses. Oh, and he throws the powder in Maxi Minx's face. He is having no luck with that. Perhaps he should rethink his cheating. But Maxi Minx, unable to see, going on pure instinct. Big Huracan Rana takes out her own man, Darkseid, to the outside. Darkseid to the outside. Pretty creative, Rivera.
Very good poetry. Poetry in motion.
Piloto Suicida going for the kick. A big enziguri repeat. Darkseid wanting no part of Maxi Minx.
She might as well go back to the locker room because these Piloto and Darkseid are going to have
being
some
shoved
for her.
off the top by Ballard Brother B. The men are looking to take advantage in a perilous maneuver. Swinging Piloto Suicida over. And under. Face first into the mat. 3 count for the Ballard brothers. A big victory despite the foul play. We hear the Canadian national anthem being played. Well, not really.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ballard brother victorious in this technical violence tag team match, the debut of the technical violence tag team division.
The Ballards clearing out Piloto Suicida from the ring so they can have their moment in the sun. Adam Morant looks like he recovered rather
Hey,
nicely.
look at this!
The Havana Pitbulls.
Now we are talking.
They are not scheduled to be here, Rivera. What is this?
Representing the beautiful island of Cuba. Is this two? This is the best. This is the top. What are they doing here?
Back elbows to the head of Ballard brother A. Jumping knee. And a lariat by Ricky Reyes. Rocky Romero with a jumping knee. Sending some stomps the way of the Ballard brothers. They are the...
Oh, yeah, brother, I am very happy to see
This is despicable. A big kick to the back of Ballard brother B. Rocky Romero going for a drop kick right to the ears.
Nothing is making me happier than this.
Ricky Reyes laying the stomps. A Texas mudhole, if you will. Clubbing blows from the forearms delivered by both of the Cuban natives. Piloto Suicida getting in the ring, possibly conversing in Spanish, the native tongue of both Mexicans and Cubans, Rivera.
All I have to tell Piloto is to put the fist down, Chico, because you have nothing against these Cuban guys.
And we see some teamwork. Teamwork, Rivera, on the behalf of Piloto Suicida and Darkseid and the Havana Pitbulls. Despicable, Rivera.
Well, all the fans in Southern California know about the long-standing feud between the Cuban, the Havana Pitbulls, and the Ballard brothers. There is pure hate between these two teams.
Working together for a common cause, Piloto Suicida, a big super kick, a thrust kick to the chin of one of the Ballards.
So we see a temporary union between the Cubans and Piloto, but let me tell you something, Chico, this...
Darkseid at the savage lariat.
That won't last long.
How do you know, Rivera? The Pitbulls, they seem like stand-up fellas.
Don't ask me how I know, Chico.
Piloto Suicida talking some trash. Going for a big super kick to the Cuban natives. The Havana Pitbulls going down. Rivera, this cannot please you at all. However, it pleases me to no end. You see chaos Here in the technical violence tag team division, the Ballards shooting both men over the top onto the Havana Pitbulls on the outside. Maxie Mings being thrown into the mix. She has obviously not taken enough punishment.
This is a disgrace.
The
Look at
Ballards spanking, slapping Maxie Mings' posterior. What are they going for here?
this. Oh,
They
look at
pantsed her.
this. No
They
respect.
pantsed her. Nobody wants to see that. Big tope right out to all four men on the outside. However, Rivera, if they are going to pants anybody, I suggest they pull the pants down of that luscious Juggy McCann's or possibly one of the excellent epic photographers at ringside.
That's right, that the epic photographer, very popular with the crowd.
Rocky Romero receiving a big slap and a thrust to the throat. Slammed his head right into the apron to Darkside. The Ballards addressing the Spanish language speaking crowd.
These Ballard think they are being funny. These guys it's nothing but
Mira, Rivera.
a couple of pieces of crap. That's all I have to say about this Ballard.
This is all you have to kill us? Is these guys here?
What you are looking at, ladies and gentlemen, is the greatest tag team that Southern California has to ever produce.
They didn't look so great, Rivera. They got their clocks cleaned by not only Piloto Suicida and Darkside, but by the Ballard brothers, the very man in the ring.
And all of a sudden, the talk goes to the Backseat Boys.
Yeah, the Backseat Boys. The only thing that's going on in their backseat is us with their girlfriends.
Heated words.
Last thing, to any of the teams that came out here, whether it's the Cubanitos or whoever it is.
Hey, Havana people, get it right.
Next time.
The crowd showing their displeasure at the Ballard brothers. But what about the Backseat Boys? A team from the East Coast, CZW, New Jersey's own Combat Zone Wrestling.
Johnny Kashmir and Trent Acid.
Trent Acid will be appearing on this epic professional wrestling broadcast, well, videotape later on in the show.
That's correct.
The following match is a junior heavyweight match scheduled for only one fall. Introducing first, from Portland, Oregon, Tony Cosina.
The pride of the Northwest, Tony Cosina, a man who has literally been everywhere and done everything, Rivera. He has held multiple titles on multiple occasions and is now coming to Southern California in one of his very rare appearances in the LA area to take on this supposed talent, B-Boy.
That's right, Mr. Excalibur. You're looking at Tony Cosina, former NWA light heavyweight champion. And as you say, has been all over the world, from Maine to Spain, from Tokyo to Taipei,
Japan to Suriname.
everywhere.
Give it up for Tony Cosina.
And his opponent today will be none other.
Taylor.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. My mind was drifting, Rivera.
Oye, Brody. That's right.
From the streets of San Diego, another filthy region here in Southern California.
A dangerous hip-hop figure. Shady figure. In black. None other than B-Boy, one of the most underrated talents here in Southern California. Look at that, intimidation.
I believe he is channeling the spirit of Sub-Zero from the Mortal Kombat video game. No stranger to the rings in Southern California and all over the United States. Wrestling in many locales, most recently in CZW. Combat Zone Wrestling in the Best of the Best tournament. B-Boy receiving ovation from the crowd. He is by far the favorite in this match. Tony Cosina coming in a relative unknown. However, he will have no trouble proving himself against the Filipino quote-unquote sensation, B-Boy.
That's right, B-Boy, the pride of Manila.
Tony Kozina standing toe-to-toe with B-Boy. He is short of stature, but he is big of heart, Rivera.
And quite a wrestler.
But he's also very short. The match getting underway.
You
Referee,
got no respect for anybody, Chico.
it's just my way, Rivera. Referee Jason McCord ready to start the match. B-Boy does not look ready. He wants the crowd behind him. Perhaps a sign of mutual respect. The fans getting into it, ready to witness what is sure to be a spectacular match on the mat and in the air. Tony Kozina, quick reversal on B-Boy into the hammerlock on the ground. B-Boy grabbing on, snapmare takeover into a headlock of his own. Tony Kozina reversing, going hold for hold right here on the mat into the ropes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is obvious that we have a scientific contest on our hand.
I cannot possibly believe that Tony Kozina and B-Boy are of equal skill anywhere in that wrestling ring.
I would tend to disagree with you. I think this is two very evenly matched competitor, and we are going to see a hard-fought battle, back and forth, Chief.
B-Boy knocking him down with an excellent shoulder tackle. Kozina going over the top. B-Boy going through. Arm drag takeover by Kozina. Not something you see in the Northwest. B-Boy, however, showing his Southern California roots, taking him over an arm drag of his own. A very common exchange in Lucha Libre. The double face-off, the double dropkick attempt. No.
Ladies
Kozina-
and gentlemen, do not underestimate the size of Tony Kozina.
He is, by all means, a man too smart for B-Boy. I spoke too soon saying it for a double dropkick attempt. However, being the brain that he is in the ring, did not go for it. B-Boy saying to referee Jason McCord that his hair was pulled. Who would want to grab that greasy thing on the top of his head? Big knee to the stomach, a kitchen sink, shot to the side of the face by B-Boy. Back in Kozina in the corner. Big chop.
Tribute to Wahoo McDaniel right there from the B-Boy, Chico.
Who?
Wahoo.
Sending Tony Kozina over the top. B-Boy going for a smack of his own. Kozina reverses, getting B-Boy right between the eyes. Going up top. What is this, Rivera? Tony Kozina! A tremendous,
Huracan Rana over the top rope.
tremendous move. Risking life, limb, and pursuit of happiness to take B-Boy over the top this early on in the match. And B-Boy, outside of the ring, is out cold.
Ladies and gentlemen, by this point in the show, the crowd has received so much wrestling action, and it's only the third match.
Kozina going back up top for some more flying possibly. Big crossbody maneuver right off the top. A 2 count only for Tony Kozina. I believe he was expecting a 3, hoping to take this one home early, heading to the pay window. Rivera.
Kozina hitting that picture-perfect crossbody from the top rope. Beautiful.
B-Boy reversing a cheap maneuver, catching Tony Kozina, and a big suplex, exploder style of his own. However, he is very winded from the moves that he took. He is not going for a cover. Well, I spoke too soon,
Go.
but it was a bit too late. He would have had 3 had he covered sooner, Rivera. Believe me on that.
Both of these guys, tremendous stamina.
Oh! Savage kick to the spine. He's going to have meningitis from that, Rivera.
Tremendous stamina on the part of both competitors, Chico.
Taking Tony Kozina to the corner. Again with the savage chops of Wahoo McNuggets, or whoever you were talking about previously.
Hey, brother, this man has passed with show respect. That's all I'm asking.
Sending Kozina to the corner. Picking him up. A big back body drop by B-Boy. Not something you see every day from the likes of him. 2 count only. B-Boy is more apt to go for the head-dropping and spine-busting maneuvers, instead going, quote-unquote, old school here on Tony Kozina, bringing it down to his level with a big choke in the corner. B-Boy, uh-oh. Big drop kick to the face of Tony Kozina, taking him, both men, spilling to the outside. Rivera, that is not something that your Yoo-Hoo McNuggets would do in any of his wrestling matches.
B-Boy is one of the most intense competitors here in Southern California. When he really wants the victory, it shows. It's a physical manifestation
Is it his for the taking,
of
Rivera?
his desire.
Is it his for the taking?
It is his for the taking. Like you want the woman, you take the woman.
I tend to disagree. On many occasions, my man, Team Chismo teammate, Super Dragon has bested B-Boy in the ring.
Russian leg sweep, showing the beautiful training and
Getting it over
execution.
into a submission maneuver. Something he picked up in Mexico, no doubt.
An octopus type maneuver.
Because no American wrestlers are smart enough to think of something like that.
Tremendous pressure and pain to the neck.
Tony Kozina in a world of hurt. The tornado. Screaming in agony.
Possibly cutting off the blood, the carotid artery supply.
He is bringing that neck forward,
To the brains.
stretching him out, hopefully setting up for that cross special brain buster he is so apt to do. Tony Kozina wisely getting to the ropes, breaking the hold. Referee Jason McCord enforcing the word of the law, the letter of the law. Catching B-Boy, takes him over in a dragon screw. Tony Kozina, a desperation maneuver, but that may prove pivotal for this match, Rivera. If he takes out B-Boy's knee, he will not be able to go for many of those power head-dropping maneuvers that he is so prone to do.
B-Boy has had a history of trouble with this knee.
It is not well publicized, but it is known backstage. You'll see many wrestlers go for the knee of B-Boy because it is a weak spot. And if you take out the knee, he cannot lift opponents as easily, therefore making his opponent or his moves much weaker. Kozina working the knee, stringing it up on the second rope, dropping his own knee onto the back of B-Boy.
The knee of B-Boy is actually the Achilles heel. Kick.
If you will, much like the Greek Achilles. This match has taken a definite change of pace. Tony Kozina going for the high-flying maneuvers early on in the match, finding out that he cannot beat B-Boy there. He cannot beat him on the mat. So instead, he concentrates on the knee of B-Boy. However, B-Boy, knowing that a figure four was coming up, kicks Tony Kozina right across the stomach.
Tony Kozina started the figure four, the spinning toe hold made famous by the Funk Brothers of Amarillo, Texas.
Dropping his own nether regions down on B-Boy's knees. This is an amazing display. No man has been able to take B-Boy down to the mat for this long and negate so much of his offense, Rivera.
Kozina showing the cockiness that only comes when the sense of the victory is getting near.
He is a ring general in the true sense of the word. Maybe not a ring general, perhaps a corporal or one of the lesser ranks.
A ring private.
Again, no, he is much better than that. Going back to the leg. B-Boy, knowing that that is his weak spot, breaks off Tony Kozina. Going for some cheap shots to the stomach of Tony Kozina. Kozina having none of that. A beautiful knee breaker on B-Boy. Kozina would be smart to go for the figure four at this moment. No! B-Boy will have none of it. Takes him up into a small package, Rivera. B-Boy, for as much punishment as he has taken, Rivera, is still very... He has his wits about him in the ring.
Tony Kozina's continued punishment of the knee.
B-Boy goes behind and reverse DDT, breaking Tony Kozina's chain of offense.
That's a page taken straight out of the book of Ole and Gene Anderson.
Yeen?
Gene Anderson, one of the most famous tag team of the 70s. The Anderson brother.
Was he a long-lost relative? A beautiful shining wizard by B-Boy, but what effect has it had on his knee? A move made popular in recent times by Keiji Muto of the New Japan and now All Japan Wrestling promotion.
Triple Crown champion. Kick.
Tony Kozina, it was not enough to put him away. B-Boy perhaps should go back to school, should watch some more tapes. Perhaps he can execute the move a little better in future matches. The cross special coming up. Tony Kozina breaks out. No, he did not break out. B-Boy's knee gave out, Rivera.
Cross special, one of the more well-known moves that B-Boy has popularized here in Southern California.
What is this we're seeing from Tony Kozina? Beautiful ring work, isolating a body part, taking it out, negating B-Boy's offense, Rivera. That is the only kind of, you will learn that only in the Northeast, Rivera. Or the Northwest, I'm sorry.
The Pacific Northwest. Beautiful.
Tony Kozina ramming the knee. B-Boy going for a back brain kick.
The STF.
And Zaguri, and drops him down into an STF. A beautiful maneuver. B-Boy would be lucky to escape this. I know he does not have the heart, the guts, the want, the need to get to the ropes. He might as well give up. Look, one arm has fallen. 2 arms have fell. And thrice. No, not thrice. I spoke too soon, Rivera.
This move, the STF, of course, the signature move of Masachino
Masahiro,
in Japan.
Mr. Black, give him some respect. Team 2000.
You have to give it to these guys.
Tony Kozina.
These 2 are showing. Look at that. Big hand.
Big palm thrust by B-Boy. Desperation, pulling it out from nowhere. Perhaps some hidden reserves. The referee should have checked him for that before the match. Not enough to put him away. Again, B-Boy comes up short. What does he need to do to put away
He's doing
Tony
everything.
Kozina?
Hooking the leg.
Tony
everything.
Kozina appears to be out from that palm thrust maneuver. B-Boy, ill-advisedly, going up top. What business does he have up there? His knee already sustaining damage. Goes for a leg drop and just damages it further.
The Alabama Jammer. Kick.
This match is as good as over, Rivera. Tony Kozina only needs to apply one good submission to the leg of B-Boy, and this will be over. The crowd behind B-Boy. I cannot understand why. Tony Kozina, here we see the figure 4. It is over, Rivera.
Tremendous pain.
The bell should
Tremendous
be
pain.
rung right now.
Waves of pain sending through the body of B-Boy right now. He's in so much pain, he's almost in ecstasy. Chick.
I do not know about that, Rivera, but he is crying, tears rolling down the face of B-Boy. A 2 count again. Tony Kozina cinching in. B-Boy looking for the crowd support, trying to flip it. We've seen this many times, on many occasions, this move being flipped. But can it happen, Rivera? There it goes, B-Boy. On the offensive now, flipping the figure 4 leg lock, but Tony Kozina wisely, quickly grabs the ropes.
Referee Jason McCord has a tough job to do. He has to keep the attention, listening for the submission. When both are caught like that, Chico, you have to keep the air very sharp. Signal could come from somebody in the audience could say, I quit, Chico.
They could throw in the towel. Tony Kozina going back up top. He is no stranger. B-Boy expecting it, seeing it out of the corner of his eye. Wipes out the legs of Tony Kozina. A big blow to the face. With the assist of the top rope, picks him up in the cross special. Brain buster! 3 count. That's all that B-Boy needed. He knew he could not lift Tony Kozina, so he took the opportunity to grab him from the top rope and drop him down.
Wrestling fan, nothing short of a tremendous match here at the debut show of Epic Pro Wrestling International Collision.
An upset for B-Boy at the Rey Theatre.
Look at that. Look at B-Boy. Look at the sacrifice he made to get the victory.
At all costs, what price has he paid? Has it done irreparable damage to the knee by Tony Kozina? B-Boy can barely walk out of the ring.
And there's the official announcement from Yogi McCann.
Taylor.
Oh,
Tony Kozina busted open by that cross special brain buster, leaking blood all over the ring. Somebody could slip in that and bust their head open, Rivera. Well, Tony Kozina's already busted open, but that is besides the point. Limping towards Tony Kozina, could he be attacking him after the fact?
kudos must be given to both competitors, ladies and gentlemen. as this was nothing short of a tremendous display.
And here
look at
we
the
see
sportsmanship.
a show of sportsmanship, very uncommon for a street thug like B-Boy. You can see he will go back to the project, to the ghetto, Rivera.
Hey, relax, Chico,
And
relax.
he will brag to his friends about
Relax.
the tremendous victory he attained here at Epic Pro Wrestling,
Cuidado, man.
the inaugural show.
You're walking a thin line.
Will I receive a drive-by, Rivera?
Scheduled for only one fall once again.
One fall. The fans are disappointed. However, when they hear this match, they will not be. A special bonus match for the Epic Professional Wrestling fans. The Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, no stranger to fans of independent wrestling.
That's right. UPW, Michinoku Pro as the Curry Man.
New Japan Pro Wrestling as
All
the
over,
Curry Man.
all over the place.
From the Windy City to the East Coast to Florida and right here in Southern California, Chris Daniels has literally done everything that there is to do in independent professional wrestling.
And no question, he is right up there with Michael Morris and the Donovan Morgan as one of the top-notch talent, bar none, in California today.
But you know what, Rivera?
Would you agree with that?
In California, I would have to rate the members of Team Chismo so much higher than the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, myself included. While he is impressive in the ring, he does have a nice arsenal of moves. He is not half the wrestler that, say, a Lil Cholo is.
Are you serious? Are you talking sense right now or crap?
Some people
Scrambled brain.
Some people may call me a braggart, but they would be wrong. Most people would call me a truth-speaking man, and they would be right.
From Olympia, Washington,
Spanky, my arch enemy, my nemesis. Look at him, goofily walking,
Spanky look
strutting.
He walked out of a Alice in Wonderland book.
Look at that hat, look at that jacket, and look at those ridiculous pants, Rivera. This is disgusting. This man dishonors professional wrestling in every way possible.
Funny clothes, funny wardrobe. There is no question that this trainee of the Shawn Michaels TWA Wrestling Academy in Texas is, along with Christopher Daniel, one of the top-notch, top-rated independent wrestlers in the United States, not just in California, the entire United States, chick. Spanky.
Rivera, I am surprised you do not choke on your lies. Spanky, arrogant as ever, playing to the crowd, giving a kiss to the ladies. Christopher Daniels does not know what to make of Spanky. He's jumping, jiving, flipping and flopping Rivera. A style unseen, similar to Drunken Monkey Kung Fu. With the lockup,
Monkey Donkey Kung Fu.
Spanky takes the arm, rings it out. Daniels contemplating his next maneuver. Front flip out, grabs the leg of Spanky, excellent takedown.
And ladies and gentlemen, the Larry Rivera speculation from the Star is telling me that this match is going to be a classic scientific building, telling a story type of match.
Spanky bridging over with the hammerlock, an innovative maneuver. Bringing Daniels back up into the front face lock. Daniels reaching around into a hammerlock of his own. Spanky looking for a way out. A nice flip, twisting the arm, working the shoulders, the tendons of Christopher Daniels. Daniels back into a headlock. Spanky takes him in, shoots him off. Big shoulder tackle by Christopher Daniels.
You mentioned earlier that Christopher Daniels wrestled with a mask with a plate of food on his head. That's the Curry Man.
A ridiculous prospect. However, he does not disrespect Epic's ring with this Curry Man persona, Spanky, with a nice drop kick. It pains me to say it, And a beautiful flying head scissors by Spanky on Christopher Daniels. Daniels bails to the outside to collect his thoughts.
The fan very appreciative of the fact that they have two very excellent, talented, near superstar and the epic ring.
Keep in mind, Rivera, this was a bonus match, unannounced, completely, much to the fans' delight.
And as you can see, a ringside photographer from all over the world, Japan, Mexico,
And right here in Southern California.
Tuscaloosa.
And Walla Walla, Washington, which I believe is where Spanky is from. Daniels putting the boots to Spanky, intelligently cutting him off before he could enter the ring. A headbutt to the back of the head. Shots to the face. Spanky drops him down. Big arm drag. He probably picked that up while he was training with UPW right here in Southern California, Rivera.
That's right. Both of these talented wrestlers have spent some time in the UPW organization. That's your favorite, right? You like that play.
They have a nice setup there, Rivera. Spanky over the top. Coming up, victory roll. Could it be 1, 2, kick out. Another arm drag by Spanky, slowing down the pace. It appears, Rivera, that victory roll did not live up to its name for Spanky.
Tremendous action, nonetheless, that the fan here in the Rey Theatre are enjoying. Courtesy of Daniel and Spanky.
Daniels going for a shot. Spanky runs under. Arm drag takeover again. Another arm drag takeover. Working the arm. A very wise maneuver by Spanky. It's not something you would expect for someone with as limited mental faculties as himself. Daniels grabbing the hair. That terrible mess of hair ramming the shoulder into the stomach of Spanky. Shooting him pillar to post. Spanky shoots up, grabs Daniels, another head scissors. Daniels is in a world of trouble right here. Spanky, back elbow in the corner. Now shooting Daniels into the corner. Back elbow by Daniels. Daniels with a beautiful flying neck-breaking maneuver.
You know, we mentioned earlier that Spanky trained in Texas, San Antonio with Shawn Michaels, and the TWA. We know that area is very close to Mexico. So you can't deny that there is some elements of lucha libre in the style of Spanky.
Would you say, Rivera, that Spanky was trained by border-hopping Mexicans?
I would not say that.
How else would they get in America? Daniels.
In the back of a trunk.
Daniels keeping the pressure on Spanky's head, his neck, cranking that innovative headlock. Spanky not ready to give up yet. However, if he was smart, he would.
Look at that big John Tolo style knee drop.
Dropping the knee to the chest of Spanky. Whipping his head forward, going for a quick pinfall. Referee Adam Morantz says not quite. Daniels methodically taking apart Spanky. Beautiful back suplex by Daniels. Spanky landing on the back of his head. That could have serious ramifications later on in the match.
There is nothing like the classic belly-to-back suplex, perfected by Masa Saito later in the New Japan.
Daniels keeping on Spanky, not afraid to use some underhanded tactics. That I don't mind seeing in a match. Smashing Spanky's head into the corner, shooting him across. And Spanky reverses. Shot to the face, another shot to the face, a big right hand. Shoots Daniels in. Textbook drop kick, a beautiful drop kick. You would not expect to see that out of a goof such as Spanky. Going for a back suplex of his own, Daniels blocks. Russian leg sweep by Spanky. Tremendous.
Shade of Brad Armstrong.
Spanky trying to keep up the pace. Daniels ducks his head. Gets a shot to the mush for a good measure. Brings up the knee. A big neck breaker on Spanky, turning the tides of this match, Rivera. Only a 2 count for Christopher Daniels. Rivera, this Spanky, he had a famous classmate in the TWA school.
Yes, that is the one and only American Dragon.
Did you know that American Dragon is half brother to pop singer Beck?
I did not know that.
You can see it in their face, Rivera.
Some of the
Rivera, Christopher Daniels.
facial characteristic.
Christopher Daniels quickly going for a crossface. Spanky gets to the ropes. He does not relent though, even though Spanky has the ropes. I like to see that, especially against Spanky.
Every time I see that American Dragon, though, Chico, he's got some kind of mark in the face.
He gets beat up a lot,
He gets beat
and
up
with
quite a
good
bit.
reason. If he were in the room right now, I would dare to say I would have my way with him. Daniels drops Spanky down with a reverse DDT. 2 count only.
What do you mean by that? Hey, brother, cuidado.
This American Dragon, I do not
Sit a couple of feet away from me, man.
I do not like the cut of his jib. That's a sailing term for you, Rivera.
Cut of the jib.
Daniels working the eyes intelligently, smartly of Spanky. Going for a pile driver. Spanky kicking the feet. Grabs on, hooks, back body drop onto Christopher Daniels. Spanky looks like he has his second win. Over the top, Daniels. Spanky walked right into Christopher Daniels' boot and DDT. Surprisingly, a 2 count. This match should have been over long ago. Spanky obviously feeling the effects from that DDT. Heading to the corner, probably to regroup whatever thoughts are going on in that discombobulated head of his, Rivera. Big shots to the face of Spanky.
You know, the long hair of a Spanky is something of a disadvantage. Look at the long hair of Christopher Daniels.
Spanky going up for that maneuver we saw earlier in the match. Daniels reverses it, and Spanky hits him with a big forearm. Christopher Daniels reverses the lariat attempt. Spanky flips over for the German suplex. Runs at him, big leg lariat. Both men go down. Rivera, did you know that the Roman soldiers used to cut their hair short so that their enemies may not pull their
That's
head
what
back
I'm talking
and
about.
slit
That's
their
what I'm
throats?
referring to right here in this ring.
Could Spanky be slitting his
But
own
you know,
throat
Spanky-
in this ring?
Spanky has the many female fans that he has to keep happy. So it's like Samson and Goliath.
Some say he looks like Leonardo DiCaprio, Rivera. However, I disagree. Spanky comes back after blocking the corner attempt with a big forearm to the face of Christopher Daniels. An elbow driving it right into the temple. Daniels back up quickly. Spanky with another elbow. 2 more. Daniels pitches Spanky out. A wise maneuver. But what's this? Spanky comes back inside. Another head scissors, sending Christopher Daniels to the outside, Rivera.
The crowd here at the Rey Theatre immensely enjoying this match today.
Very appreciative of the display of technical excellence they're seeing in the ring. Spanky with a beautiful, please say it for me, Rivera, tope con
Hilo.
onto Christopher Daniels. Many commentators will say that the wrestler administering the move is also put at a disadvantage when they do spectacular dives like that. However, Rivera, as a wrestler myself, I say there is a great advantage you can gain. The element of surprise, driving your body down to the opponent and down to the floor. It can mean the match.
But it can also mean your neck. There are many luchadores in Mexico City that are paralyzed today from the neck down for the fact that they are trying this crazy move diving out of the ring.
Spanky over the top from the suplex attempt. Great series of reversals. Big super kick. The likes of Shawn Michaels. But not enough. He did not execute it with the expertise of Shawn Michaels to put away the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. Spanky going for a clothesline. Big STO by Christopher Daniels.
Tremendous impact as the back of Spanky's head hit direct contact with the mat.
That move, the Space Tornado Ogawa. Perhaps we could call it the STD, Space Tornado Daniels. I'm so witty, it hurts.
I'm in pain.
A Blue Thunder powerbomb by Christopher Daniels. This is it. Spanky somehow, miraculously, kicks out.
And Daniels cannot believe he thought he had it in the back.
He should have had it. Spanky using ill-gotten means, to kick out of that. Uranage suplex, setting him down. Daniels going for his patented double jump moonsault. 1, 2, and 3, but he misses Rivera. He committed to the move. He could not kick out. Spanky going up top. A giant frog splash. He misses as well. Daniels, being the veteran that he is, knew ahead of time that Spanky would try that, and he rolled out of the way very wisely.
Daniels missing that trademark maneuver has affected him.
Trading punches, forearms, elbows in the center of the ring, going for a lariat attempt. Reverses, goes for the DDT. Spanky with the boot. Sliced bread number 2. This could be it. Rivera 1, 2, 3. That is it.
I'm applauding.
How can you applaud?
I am
Spanky
clapping.
cheated. He pulled the hair, the beard, the facial hair of Christopher Daniels in order to execute that maneuver. He cheated to attain.
That mask that you are wearing, is proving to me that it's clouding your vision.
Rivera, I see as clearly as the day I was born. I see a man who has no respect for the professional wrestling industry. Spanky beating a veteran, Christopher Daniels. I would say that not only do I disrespect Spanky, my respect for Christopher Daniels has dropped for losing to a despicable wrestler such as Spanky.
Match is only scheduled for 1 fall. Match, my second match.
Juggy McCann's Taylor getting into it with the crowd.
From Japan, led to the ring by his manager, Paul T. Let's hear it for Nosawa.
The fans know who's coming out. They love him all over the world. This is the moment that they have been waiting for. Nosawa's debut in Epic. What could he possibly have in store for not only his opponent, the Hardcore Kid, but for the entire Epic locker room, Rivera?
Ladies and gentlemen, Nosawa coming to the ring led by the diabolical mind of the one and only Paul T. International player.
Agent to the superstars, Rivera.
A pro wrestling genius in the fact that he has contact all over Japan.
Not only Japan, but Europe, Africa, and he knows penguins that wrestle in Antarctica, Rivera.
That slide on the belly, all the way down.
Now, Rivera, as you may or may not know, I am no stranger to Nosawa. He was a member of the same stable, Tokyo Gurtai, that I was with.
This is what happens when we have American people operating the machinery that we invented.
And he was some unkind words to the technicians.
Stupid fucking Americans. We did not come all the way out here to wrestle Arcangel de la Muerte. Why don't you shut the fuck up, you fat fucks?
Paul T.
You know what you fat asses need to do? You need to put down the low-fat George Foreman cooking grill, go take some Taekwondo classes and shut the fuck up.
Paul T. Heated words.
Now, Nosawa's wrestled Arcangel 100 times. We don't need to wrestle him in LA. I demand a fucking explanation from the Epic Board of Directors, you Foot Locker employee-looking motherfucker.
Jason McCord being involved, being pulled into the action. The black hole of vulgarity, Paul T. Sucking in everyone that's around him.
You know, the Japanese people are generally noted for their kindness, their politeness.
They're very well mannered.
But this is a
What
disgrace.
is this I'm hearing? Rivera, is this more of your Cuban music?
Oye, brother, this is the farthest thing from Cuban music that you will ever hear.
I hear these trumpets.
This is music from Mexico, ranchero music.
What is he wearing? That ridiculous outfit. Perhaps he and Spanky should get together. A sombrero and a serape.
Chico, show some respect for a true talent, a true luchador in the true sense of the word. CMLL's own Arcangel de la Muerte.
These men have met on numerous occasions, but I would say Nosawa, as the Japanese man, more calculating, better at mathematics, engineering, would be on top of this matchup. Arcangel de la Muerte starting things off rather quickly.
Wasting no time.
Big rolling back elbow by Arcangel. Goes outside, beautiful tope right onto Nozawa, knocking him many, many feet back. Handspring into the ring, the crowd already endearing themselves to Arcangel de la Muerte, but he has a tough battle to overcome with this Japanese superstar Nozawa. A Lucha Libre chant being started here in the Rey Theatre. No doubt by the countless Mexican people that live here in the LA area.
These fans want the lucha and they want it now.
Arcangel with a huge, gymongous chop to the chest of Nozawa. Nozawa cannot be pleased by that. Another. Jason McCord, please step in. Oh! Gee.
That is heard out on Wheelchair Boulevard.
A small child on the street broke out into tears because of that chop.
That's right.
Nozawa getting the foot up, Arcangel rolling away. Getting a back elbow, Arcangel rolling away again. Nozawa too smart. Breaks out a huge German suplex, knocking Arcangel senseless, dropping him right on his head, and a big super kick. The calculating, methodical style of Japanese wrestling coming into play here in Epic Professional Wrestling.
Nozawa, no stranger to the California fan, a member of the tag team Good and Tai with his partner Kikuzawa.
Kikuzawa, another great Japanese talent. However, Nozawa exhibiting his Japanese, or Mexican should I say, wrestling skills. And a great Lucha Libre exchange. Dropping each other down. Quick pinfall attempt and the face-off. A sign of respect from both men and a sign of respect from the crowd.
You know, when lucha hits its peak, its creative peak, it is like watching ballet, like watching two hummingbirds making love, chick. Can you believe it?
I don't know what to say. For once, I am speechless. Arcangel dropping Nozawa down with a beautiful drop toe hold type maneuver and then dropping the elbow onto the lower back of Nozawa. As you may have noticed, the Lucha Libre, the fast-paced style, can sometimes leave announcers like myself and yourself speechless. Arcangel, what is he doing? Running back and forth, and he drops a huge leg on Nozawa's throat. Nozawa.
Arcangel putting a little bit of panache into his movement.
I believe panache is a French term. The more appropriate term would be salsa on his burrito, Rivera.
You got it.
The fans showing their appreciation. Another chant of Lucha Libre erupting in the Rey Theatre.
Arcangel schooling some of the American sign language.
I believe that symbol, much like no smoking or no fumar as it's known, is universal. A big chop again, knocking Nozawa back. Arcangel ascending to the ropes. A great, big, giant crossbody attack from the top. Nozawa will have none of that kick to the face or the crossbody. A big drop kick by Arcangel. Dropping Nozawa down, giving him what for, Rivera.
Arcangel spending much time in the classroom in Mexico learning the English. Many phrases, fuck you, and
Rivera,
kiss my ass.
Please restrain yourself. Paul T having some heated words for referee Jason McCord. Arcangel grabbing onto the top of that ponytail exposed, chopping the head, and then a big lariat leveling Nozawa. Nozawa could be down for the count. Arcangel would be wise to go for the cover. Instead, he goes for the stomp.
Arcangel planning his strategy very carefully.
Going for the surfboard, the Romero special, not to be confused with your fellow Cubanito, Rocky Romero. Arcangel
The Spanish,
Setting up.
the Spanish term for this move that we're going to see is la tapatilla.
Tapa, tapa, tapatia.
Tapatilla right here. Oh, Arcangel having some trouble. Nosawa maybe a little slippery.
Because you know those Japs, Rivera. They are
Wait,
slippery
Chief,
people.
When are you going? I'm not associating myself with you.
Arcangel sizing Nosawa up, drops him down with a big body slam. Again, looking to put the salsa on the big burrito that is Lucha Libre, but it does not pay off. Paul T, Nosawa's manager and agent, trips up Arcangel and allows Nosawa to get the big sliding dropkick on the outside, Rivera.
Paul T showing his creative mischief mayhem brains, working at full capacity.
Nosawa, also schooled in the Japanese hardcore style of wrestling, is no stranger to the outside of the ring. The violent crap, if you will, Rivera.
That's right.
Arcangel is at a serious disadvantage when Nosawa goes to this basest of all base levels of wrestling, Rivera. Thankfully, he brings Arcangel back inside to continue the punishment within the four corners of the ring.
There's Nosawa bearing the telltale scar of the violent crap on his back and arm.
And on his forehead as well. It looks like a pack of Oscar Mayer wieners, Rivera. Nosawa indicating Arcangel to go to the ropes. Arcangel with a big spinning lariat, dropping Nosawa down, going for the cover. Only a 2 count. Rivera, this action is fast-paced, but not as fast-paced as it usually is in Mexico. Do you think it could be because Nosawa is implementing more of the Japanese methodical, scientific style
I think it's
of wrestling?
the air. It's the air.
No, you think it's the Japanese style.
It's the style.
Of course it is, Rivera. Nosawa wants no part of Arcangel. And Arcangel grinding the knee into the face of Nosawa. You can see that Oscar Mayer wienerish forehead of Nosawa in anguish, in pain, when Arcangel is driving that knee down. Arcangel, a masterful technician of the Lucha Libre style. Shooting Nosawa to the corner. A big lariat in the corner. Nosawa had nowhere to go.
Nosawa looking like Yelly now.
Did you say yellow, Rivera?
Yelly. His body is taking abuse and punishment.
How much more?
How much more is the question?
Nosawa shooting over that body slam attempt.
Small package.
The cradle inside. Not enough to put Arcangel away. Drops him down. Magistral. 1, 2. Arcangel kicks out. Drop kick to the knee. Nosawa going for the ghetto clutch. 1, 2. Again, Arcangel kicks out. I don't even know what that is, but it's a pinfall attempt that Arcangel kicks out of again, amazingly.
Nosawa wants a faster count.
Going up top, possibly for a victory roll. And he does go for the victory roll. 2. No, he does not get the victory from the victory roll. When will people learn?
Sunset flip.
Arcangel, ill-advised, kicks out again. A tremendous sequence of pinning predicaments exhibited by Nosawa. I believe he has his second win. He is ready to take the fight to Arcangel.
Nosawa getting the close personal support. Power bomb as Paul T outside he's very integral part of Nosawa is Paul T.
And he cannot be happy at the way this match is going. An innovative powerbomb by Arcangel. Why did he not pin there, Rivera? Maybe because in Mexico, their rules are different. I don't pretend to know the ins and outs of the Lucha Libre style.
The Lucha Libre style is very different. For example, in the tag team, you don't have to tag.
2 count only for Arcangel. Nosawa somehow found the mustard to kick out of that powerbomb attempt.
Me, Mr. Mustard.
Exactly, Rivera. Exactly.
That's right.
Arcangel ascending up top. You would think a man with the name of Archangel, Archangel of Death, would be more accustomed to say,
Paul T openly interfering.
but you know what? That's okay. In Mexico, I understand there's a lot of interference. Anyway, Archangel would be more fitted to a style of groundwork indicative of his name. But Nozawa going for the Frankensteiner. However, Archangel reverses into a huge powerbomb off the top.
Chico, we felt the impact over here.
Dropping the elbow. This is it, Rivera. Mark my words.
Can this be
1, 2, kick out. 2.999. Nozawa somehow kicks out of that. Again
with
going for the
back and forth,
proverbial
romper room.
salsa on the burrito known as lucha libre. Dropping the leg across the throat. Please, Rivera, he should know as well as anybody, you cannot follow up a move as big as a power bomb with a leg drop like that. However, sometimes that's all it takes.
Snapmare with precision. El Arcángel de la Muerte.
Working that upper back, lower neck area that he was concentrating with the power bombs. What could he have in store for Nozawa? What could Nozawa have in store for Archangel? Oh, some may say that was a foul. Instead, I think it was a wise maneuver that granted Nozawa a very easy victory over Archangel de la Muerte. And what's this? Fellow technician of the Lucha Libre style, Hardcore Kid, has entered the ring. Most likely to congratulate Nozawa on a hard-fought and well-thought-out victory.
This is quite an unlikely alliance.
Oh my God, Rivera!
I knew it. I knew it.
He just took off Nozawa's head. Can you believe that, Rivera?
This Hardcore Kid is too smart to be aligning himself with Nozawa.
If he was smart, he would align himself with Nozawa, because then he would have the support of an industrious nation such as Japan.
I hear Nozawa about you enjoying to beat up Mexicans for a hobby.
He was the support of
Listen,
Japan.
Mexico, and I ain't no 4'3" Power Ranger. And as for you, Paul T, did I hear you right, Paul T? Huh? Did you say hardcore wasn't fitted in Japan? Ha! Don't make me laugh. Freddie Blassie took hardcore to Japan before Japan even mattered. So take that, you little pencil neck bitch.
Heated words. But I would much rather have the support of the Japanese people than the Mexicans.
The most hardcore motherfucker on this planet. I've been in that locker room. There ain't nobody there that's worthy enough to carry my bags, let alone lick my asshole clean.
Oh no. No me diga. No me diga. Hardcore Kid is acting like he's like he can't hear what's happening.
He has to know what this music means. He has to know. He is not that stupid.
It's all a joke to him.
He is not that Mexican. Oh my God, here he is.
There he is.
Brutality. Say it, Rivera, please.
Brutality at its most brutal. There he is. Direct from the main street of Atlanta, Georgia. Please
Pick up something, Hardcore. Pick up something. Oh! Was that a keyboard, Rivera? What was that he hit him with?
New Jack is back.
Back in professional wrestling. And here in Epic. Undoubtedly to make a statement. A big shot to the head of Hardcore Kid. He needs to get out of there, Rivera. Sooner than later. Because as we know, this can get uglier by the minute, Rivera.
He's going by the second. This is going to be a disaster for the Hardcore Kid. He's going to be sorry.
What is he reaching for? New Jack. Oh no.
Tenedor.
Don't tell me.
Tenedor and fork.
Is he going to the buffet, Rivera? What could he possibly be doing with that? No.
Here we go, Chick. Oh,
there is no food in there. What is he doing?
It's like the faces of death. He wants
not the mask,
he
Rivera.
Wants to eat the brains. There goes the máscara. Hardcore Kid exposed.
Well, Rivera, we see that Hardcore Kid is not a true luchador. He is a man that would expose himself to such violent crap as this, Rivera. Staple gun to the forehead. This is disgusting, Rivera.
If he cannot live up to the title of his own name, Hardcore Kid, what is he doing in the middle of this ring?
New Jack with a sickle, a sigh, a comma, something, a weapon of destruction. I cannot watch. Avert your eyes, children.
Hide the children.
Children.
Bye. Wakata. Hide the. Oh.
Please tell me that. Oh, that has got to be Hollywood blood.
Look at. Did you see the eyes of Hardcore? He is
glazed over already.
Glazed. He doesn't know where he is.
A gardening saw in the hand of New Jack.
Oh!
God!
Brutality.
At its most brutal.
Incredible.
Hardcore does not know where he is. I would be surprised if he knew his own name at this point.
Hardcore Kid looking for the nearest exit sign that will take him
a dollar
away.
Stapled to the forehead of Hardcore Kid. But I can definitely say, Rivera, without a doubt, this is what he gets for turning on a man of Nozawa's stature.
Apparently Nozawa has friends in very high places.
Paul T is more than a manager. As I said, he has connections in Japan, Europe, Africa, Antarctica, and even
pow! The keyboard from the computer.
Atlanta, Georgia. Hardcore, if he has a brain left in his head, if they did not all spill out through his forehead, would leave the ring immediate. Oh, there he goes.
Ooh.
Thank God, Rivera. Hardcore, hightailing it. Don't tell me he's walking onto Wilshire Boulevard. He is in no condition to be on the streets. He may get plowed over.
Believe me, if he makes his way out to Wilshire Boulevard, he's going to give people a heart attack right in the street.
If the police saw him, they would come arrest New Jack for perpetrating this wanton act of violence in the epic professional wrestling ring.
Chico, New Jack wants the microphone.
What could he possibly have to say?
Let's take a listen, Chico.
There is a rumor going around.
Oh yeah!
That New Jack left these porno-making, dick-sucking motherfuckers from down the street. And the rumor has it that New Jack was just a little bit afraid to get in the ring with some bitch-ass, dick-sucking nigga that don't know his fucking head from a hole in the motherfucking ground. Be scared of somebody? I think y'all know a little better than that. You see where I'm at? Where I come from, the promoter and the owner hires the talent to get in the ring and put on a show for these motherfuckers. You see, Rob Black, where I come from, you see the boys in the locker room is the ones that come out here and get the job done, and they send people home saying, I'm gonna buy another ticket the next time we got a show and come back so I can see some more people getting their fucking lips cut off. Now I told y'all when I left XPW, I ain't tell y'all this. This was a fucking conversation I had with them dick suckers down the street. Get in the ring. Get in the ring. So this about to be some shit. And I'm about to go and do now. That I was gonna do in the back. Get in the ring. Bob Barnett is my attorney. Get your hands out of here. I'm about to put an end to this shit right now. You see, New Jack done been all over the world. New Jack done all the shit he done, and New Jack still has a tendency of letting other people fuck with him, and I don't say nothing about it. But I'm about to put an end to this West Coast bullshit right now in this motherfucking building. So when y'all go home, you will have no doubt as to why New Jack left that motherfucker down the street. Now it's a fact that Lazy and Sabu was two of the biggest names that HPW had ever had walk in that motherfucking building. And it's a goddamn fact that the Messiah got fired because he was laying the knee down to listen, which is why Pastor all later. It is a fact that in the history of HPW, New Jack was the reason they had the biggest house ever recorded on record because I was in the motherfucking main event and I talked Big Blind and I goddamn sang it. It's also a fact that back in the day, ECW ran a show one time. And we got damn near sold the motherfucking Grand Olympic out one time. Bob Black is coming that motherfucker on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. I don't give a fuck. I lost count how many times. And that bitch ain't got a third of the crowd that we hate. It goes without saying, Rob Black, you wanna fuck with grown folks? You wanna fuck with a 39-year-old nigga that don't give a fuck and ain't never gave a fuck and never will give a fuck? Well, I'm gonna show you what you get when you do that. Cameraman, I hope you got a good zone lens. Because Bob Barnett, my goddamn attorney, Yeah, that's right. It's New Jack. The Street Fighter motherfucker. And I'm about to fuck you up with my 187. Now bring in my The shot her around the world.
However, another shocker to the Los Angeles and the world. CZW, Combat Zone Wrestling, making their West Coast debut with Backseat Boy, Trent Acid, Big Japan, Junior Heavyweight Champion, CZW, Junior Heavyweight Champion, Trent Acid, taking on the high-flying Ruckus.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you see the one and only Trent Acid, the CCW 2002 Best of the Best tournament winner.
The women love him, Rivera. Is it because he's a champion or mildly handsome?
I would say because he's a champion. The women's fans of the Epic Pro Wrestling are not as shallow to worry about somebody's look. They are in for the wrestling and the wrestling alone.
But Rivera, say an ugly person, such as Spanky, held 2 titles like that. Do you think the women would fawn all over him?
Of course, of course.
They are gold diggers, Rivera.
No question about it.
Strumpets.
Very intelligent women.
The crowd showing their love for CZW.
All right, shut up! Bring them on! I think you should show the international superstar a little bit more respect than that. Hey, in case you guys haven't heard, I've beaten everyone around the world, from here to Japan. You know, you hear a lot about LA and California about how great it is here. Yeah, well, if it's so great, how come I got a better chance of finding Bigfoot than a hot chick around here?
Trent Acid, look behind you. Juggy McCann stands in your very ring.
Hey, I will leave and you will miss the best match of the show if you don't shut up. Hey, all right.
anywhere, Rivera. Do you hear that? More violent
Loud
crap.
and clear.
Did you not get your fill? Last match
Not too
with
much.
New Jack. Violent crap all over the place. And yet these two men who are as good as anybody in the ring choose to lower themselves to the violent crap. Here we see the high-flying Ruckus.
Ladies and gentlemen, this kid, Ruckus, is a marvel to watch. His moves are like water, like fluid in the air.
He is like water. If you put water into the cup, it takes the form of the cup.
That's right.
Water can flow or it can crash.
He takes the form of the ring.
He's not that big, Rivera. However, this is a historic matchup. For the first time ever in California, Combat Zone Wrestling superstars Trent Acid and Ruckus square off with the Big Japan Junior Heavyweight title and the CZW Junior Heavyweight title on the line. Referee Adam Arantz, the whole reffing show, showing Ruckus just what he's fighting for. These two men, no strangers to each other, Rivera, met on countless occasions and have led to some epic, if you will, battles between the two.
Many battles in the CCW. So these guys know each other like the back of the hand. Still, that doesn't mean that we will see a unique style of match today.
The arrogance of Trent Acid impresses me. He knows that without himself, there is no match. If he leaves and walks out, Rivera, he gets counted out of the ring. The titles do not change hands. Trent Acid does not need to wrestle this match. He is quite possibly the second smartest man in wrestling today.
And who would be the first, may I ask?
Myself, of course, and I'm glad you did.
I can't believe it. Trent Acid, one half of CCW tag team, the Backseat Boys. Also very popular.
With the ladies, Rivera,
That's right.
and some of the gents, I hear, too.
Johnny Cashmere.
Johnny Cashmere.
Some of the gents. What are you talking about?
It's just what I hear, Rivera. You know, Trent Acid, he dresses very nice. He has good hygiene.
She smell good.
He smells good. He has a very nice place of living. You know, those are all kind of trademarks of gents, if you will.
I will.
The fans, as well as I, Rivera, ready to start this match at any moment. If Adam Arantz had a brain in his head, he would grab Ruckus by those long locks of brown hair and drag him into the ring and start this match.
Ruckus patiently awaiting the entrance.
This psychological warfare has come to an end. Trent Acid is ready, finally, to start the match. He has thrown Ruckus off his game, no doubt.
And look at Ruckus, the stone cold face, not allowing the stalling tactics of Trent Acid to alter him psychologically.
It's worth an effort, but I think Trent Acid has done his damage. That has set the pace for the entire match, Rivera. It will be a slow, methodical, oh my God.
Look at this action, back and forth. Incredible.
I stand corrected. This match will not be slow-paced at all, Rivera. It will be very fast. Lucha Libre, arm drag from Ruckus, dodging the kick. Trent Acid dodging the kick. Both colliding in midair with their kicks, ducking the lariats. Each, Ruckus shoots Trent Acid over the top. Big shoulder to the gut. Trent Acid front flip off the back of Ruckus. Ruckus comes in with a shot, blocked by Trent Acid. Trent Acid takes him around. Ruckus breaks, goes for a big kick, misses another kick. Ruckus, kick to the face. Kips up, runs off. Trent Acid, quesadora into a big suplex, Rivera. The exclamation point on the fast-paced action that they started off with.
Let me ask you a question. How much time do you think that this Trent Acid spend in front of the mirror every day?
I would say a good 6 hours, Rivera.
That's a good estimation.
If you look at his hair, it's well kept. His beard, well trimmed. That kind of thing takes time, Rivera.
Fingernail, well chopped.
Manicured, if you will. And Ruckus reeling from that fast-paced, phenomenal series of moves. He is on the ropes, Rivera. Not literally, but figuratively.
Ruckus is trying, he's going through his mind.
Trent Acid.
The arsenal of moves.
A blatant choke by Trent Acid. This is the kind of thing I like to see in wrestlers, Rivera. Not all wrestlers, especially ones that I'm facing, but some wrestlers, especially when I'm watching. Trent Acid has had it up to here. You cannot see, but I am gesturing very high above my head. He has had it up to here with the fans of Southern California and Los Angeles.
He is expecting some kind of adulation, like the Pope is in the town. I have news for the Trent Acid, chick. He's not the Pope.
But you know what, Rivera? I've never seen the Pope start off a match with a sequence quite like that.
That's
Ruckus reeling literally against the ropes this time. Trent Acid laying the chops in, shoots him across. Ruckus ducks the back elbow, sends him in. Ruckus leapfrog over, catches him. Big back flipping head scissors on Trent Acid by Ruckus. Handspring elbow.
wow.
Big tidal wave elbow
Shade
in
of
the corner.
Keiji Muto.
And a huge swinging DDT by Ruckus. Trent Acid bailing to the outside. A very wise maneuver indeed. Oh, a big shot to the face by Ruckus. Drop kicks Trent Acid. Trent Acid takes the plunge to the outside. Ruckus, with all that time that Trent Acid was working on him, seemingly playing possum for Trent Acid.
Like I was saying, the whole time going through the strategy, the arsenal of moves to be utilized.
Shooting Trent Acid into the apron. Trent shoots him up. Ruckus comes back down. Another big head scissors on the outside this time by Ruckus.
With force.
With force, driving Trent Acid into that guardrail and those steps of the Rey Theatre.
Impact.
Trent Acid does not look like a happy camper at this point. Rivera, if I didn't know any better, I would say that this match is in the hands of Ruckus right now.
Ruckus is firmly in control.
Where is he going?
This match is making its way to the stage. To the stage of the Rey Theatre.
What are they doing, Rivera? Is this possibly more of the violent crap we have come to see over the last few bouts, Rivera?
They are taking the match to the stage.
Ruckus, back flipping,
Wow.
back flipping, back flip! Ruckus right on top of Trent Acid. Can you believe it, Rivera? Trent Acid definitely feeling effects from that. Not only the backflip, but also the body slam that Ruckus administered on the stage. In this Falls Count Anywhere match, Trent Acid kicking out very diligently of Ruckus's pinfall attempts.
This is the same stage that the Mission of Burma plays. The Circle Jerks plays. Big Rock chokes right here in the LA Theater. What does that have to do with wrestling? I don't know, chick. I just thought I'd throw that in.
Dynamite drop in Rivera. However, back to the match. Ruckus holding that belt high over his head. Could it be his? At the end of the night, it very well might be. If this match keeps its course, Trent Acid will be hard-pressed to defeat Ruckus tonight. Bringing Ruckus to the apron. Missing the kick. Oh! Whoa.
Oh,
DDT
you see
on
way
the apron.
his head hit the wow.
I may be mistaken, but Ruckus looks to be busted open from that DDT on the apron, and that may be the event that changes the course of this match. You know, Rivera, when you're bleeding in that ring, it takes a toll on you. It saps your energy.
Gets in your eyes.
It gets in your eyes.
Gets in your mouth. The taste of the blood is
The
unmistakable.
salty, metallic taste of your own blood all over your mouth, all in your eyes. Rivera, it saps your energy. It saps your stamina. Where you may have had reserves previously, you have none. And Ruckus looks to be completely spent at this point.
From the looks of things, it appears that Ruckus has suffered a very serious injury.
And Trent Acid is toying with him, whispering in his ear sweet nothings, possibly taunts of some nature. Ruckus, look at his face,
Look at this.
dazed,
Completely busted, wide open.
bleeding profusely from the face, Rivera. From that DDT on the apron. Trent Acid sending Ruckus back outside. He knows that as the champion, he does not have to pin the man to keep the belts or to get the belts. He can let Ruckus be counted out of this match. Ruckus is in no condition to continue, and referee Adam Arantz should call this match right now.
By this point, it is absolutely obvious that the loss of blood by Ruckus is causing him to semi-lose the consciousness.
The crowd getting behind Ruckus, but I don't think that will be enough, Rivera. Trent Acid tossing a chair at Ruckus, adding insult to injury. And a big swinging DDT on the floor by Trent Acid on Ruckus. These repeated moves to the head can only further the blood flow from Ruckus's forehead.
All I know is Ruckus is in serious trouble. Right now, Trent Acid firmly in control as he throws the chair in the ring, preparing for the next devastating maneuver.
What does he need the chair for, Rivera? What does he need the chair for? If he threw Ruckus in the ring and pinned him right now, I guarantee this match would be over. This is more blood than I have ever seen in one wrestling match. This is more blood than Hardcore Kid lost. I guarantee it. Hiroshi Hase, Professor of Pain, and the Great Muta had a very seriously bloody series of matches in the middle of the 1990s,
There
Rivera.
was one particular stretcher match between those two where the blood was literally all over the ring.
And this is more bloody than that, Rivera. I cannot believe it. Ruckus, bleeding, just literally dead on the mat. Trent Acid was about to strike him with the chair, as you saw. But Trent Acid doesn't need to hit him with the chair. He needs to pin him. He does not need all this lollygagging. He does not need to sit and take a break. He needs to pin Ruckus right now, Rivera.
Trent Acid preparing to put an end to this confrontation once and for all.
He needs to be very careful, though, Rivera, because as the crowd gets behind Ruckus, Ruckus could find his reserves of energy.
There it is!
Oh!
Ay!
Ay, chico!
Oye, cuidado con eso.
Cuidado, Ruckus.
I'm going to start charging you for a Spanish lesson, chico.
Please do, Rivera. Trent Acid, a moonsault with Ruckus, with his throat right over the chair, further driving the breath out of his body, sapping whatever energy he had left.
That's a deep
And
cut.
amazingly, Ruckus kicks out Rivera.
That is a deep cut, very deep. Ruckus concerned, very concerned.
And Trent Acid, again, throwing Ruckus on the outside. He does not need any more of this violent crap. A well-placed body slam and right hand to the face would take out Ruckus at this point. What is he signaling for? Another chair. He's got two in his hands. What does he need these for, Rivera? What does he possibly need these for?
He's opening up an auditorium.
He must be. But if the fans do get behind Ruckus, he could be opening up a Pandora's box of trouble for himself. He could lose those double titles that he possesses if Ruckus, with the fan support behind him, manages to just literally fall off of those chairs. It would not require much effort, Rivera, at this point. However, I'm not sure if Ruckus has anything left.
At this point, it looks like Ruckus is completely spent, gastado.
Ruckus, he's back up. Oh! Throwing a chair at the posterior.
A miracle
Oh,
comeback.
he's back up. He's
Look at
running.
this. Yee.
Big!
I can't believe this.
This is inexplicable, Rivera. Ruckus was literally dead Terry Gordy style.
From being semi-dead, unconscious. Oye, Chico, show some respect for Terry Gordy, open the biggest guy. Show respect, Chick. That's all I have to tell you.
I am concerned with the here and now. And if you look closely, you will see that the skull of Ruckus is showing through that grievous wound on his head. And what is he possibly doing on the apron? A giant shooting star press to the outside. This is it, Rivera. Trent Acid kicks out. Ruckus did not score the victory right there.
Rook is digging deep into the reserve of energy he never thought he had. Digging
Rivera,
for the strength.
do you think Ruckus works for Caltrans?
He has a Star Wars lightsaber.
Do you think he works for California
I
Transportation?
have no idea who he works for.
Because he's pulling out all the stops, Rivera.
Oh yeah, man, Chico.
And with the lightsaber delivered to the moneymaker region of Trent Acid. In some matches, not these falls count anywhere matches, but in some matches, that would be grounds for disqualification. Trent Acid back up on his feet, back to the top rope. Reverse Hurricane Rana on Ruckus. That is it, Rivera. He needs to pin him right now to score the victory.
This could be it.
Instead, he picks him up to dish out even more punishment, Rivera. I can't say I agree with this.
It's a mistake done one too many times by guys that get cocky and think they have it in the back.
Trent Acid, as arrogant as they come, could be making a serious error. Instead, he drops the leg on the chair on Ruckus's face, further damaging the head of Ruckus. Ruckus cannot...
Look at the cut. You can actually see the cut in the forehead.
The skull of Ruckus is showing, Rivera. It is indeed a grisly sight. Trent Acid, he cannot beat Ruckus. Ruckus is busted open, bleeding. Trent Acid is throwing everything at him, and he has to now think of new moves that he can do on Ruckus in order to pin him. Trent Acid looked like he was attempting a Yakuza kick, goes over. Ruckus reverses into a small package. Only a 2 count. Very close, Rivera. Goes for another Enziguri. Ruckus flips out. Big thrust kick to the jaw of Trent Acid. Ruckus going up top. Big springboard moonsault by Ruckus. And it's not enough to put away Trent Acid.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is just some of the example of the caliber of talent that is coming your way, courtesy of the CCW wrestling organization. We have opened a relationship with that group, and trust me, you will be seeing more of the star of CCW right here in Epic Pro Wrestling. Chief.
Referee Adam Morantz urging Ruckus and Trent Acid to get moving, to keep the pace of the match flowing. But both of these men obviously spent. Ruckus more so than Trent Acid. They have pulled out all the stops, quite literally, Rivera. Trent Acid reverses, going for that patented Yakuza kick. Gets a kick to the stomach. Ruckus reverses, and Trent Acid hooks him. Ruckus, reverse DDT into a face buster, Rivera.
The thing I keep asking myself is, how is Ruckus still standing?
Ruckus picks him up into a powerbomb. Could it be a Black Tiger? No! He spins him around into a powerbomb type maneuver.
Any normal human being would be passed out, sleeping in the bed with the baby bottle by this point.
Exactly, Rivera. I could not have said it better. But Ruckus placing the chair over Trent Acid, going up top, ascending, and now descending with a 450. Spinning tumbleweed leg drop. I know the name, but I cannot say it. And Trent Acid miraculously kicks out.
Only 2.
Only 2. 2.5. 2.75. 2.99 for Ruckus, but not 3. The fans supporting both of these great athletes here at Epic Professional Wrestling in the Rey Theatre, Los Angeles, California. Ruckus reverses, sending Trent Acid down, and a big Ruckus press, Standing shooting star press. Trent Acid kicks out inexplicably. Rivera, I am running out of adjectives to use.
It's just one near fall after another. These two guys keeping this crowd on the edge of the seat. The nalgas are on the edge of the seat.
Rivera, if these people get any closer to the edge of the seat, they will fall off and be on the floor. Trent Acid charging in, catches a big boot from Ruckus. They reverse. Trent Acid shoots Ruckus to the corner. Ruckus shoots up, backflip off the middle rope. Trent Acid with the big Yakuza kick. 3, and that's it. That's all it took. One well-placed Yakuza kick to the exposed skull of Ruckus was all it took for Trent Acid to pin him and retain the Big Japan Junior Heavyweight title and the CZW Junior Heavyweight title.
Ladies and gentlemen, I truly believe that if it were not for that tragic cut on the head of Ruckus, he would be on top of the match. He would be the one with the hand raised.
Rivera, I don't think Ruckus will be in any condition to challenge Trent Acid again anytime soon, in Epic or in CZW. Trent Acid asking for the microphone.
Exhausted. Acid.
I may have won the match and all, but in case you guys weren't watching, this kid's got a well in his head. He's gonna probably have to go to the hospital, but he finished the damn match.
Fans showing their support for the great athlete known as Ruckus. And indeed, Trent Acid's words.
Now, I don't usually do this, but in front of all you and the Epic fans of California and all across the world, Ruckus, let me shake your hand.
Trent Acid, an unexpected show of sportsmanship for fellow athlete, fellow professional wrestler, Ruckus.
Once again, the class of Combat Zone Wrestling is here in Epic,
Ladies and gentlemen, Ruckus.
and we are only proud to have them as a part of the organization.
An inspiring seed, to say the least. However, Rivera, I must say, I like the arrogant Trent Acid much, much more.
Scheduled for one fall. Introducing the Messiah!
Here we have a special challenge match, a mystery opponent for Southern California's own, the Messiah. Ring announcer Taylor, AKA Juggy McCann's, getting into it. And the Messiah, widely known across America and the world, competing here in Southern California for various groups, as well as Combat Zone Wrestling in the East.
There he is, Jacob, one of the biggest names in the last few years
The Son of Man, Rivera.
to emerge from the Southern California, specifically Los Angeles. Originally trained at Burn Landon Slammers Gym, right here in Los Angeles.
Many fine wrestlers coming from Slammer's Gym. And Messiah, quite possibly the finest, the cream of the crop, if you will. However, to my liking, Messiah whines just a little bit too much about his treatment here in Epic. He has handpicked this mystery opponent. It could be anybody. He could call out Sabu before his match if he chose to. Let's hear what he has to say in regards to his mystery opponent.
She fucking loved it! Now, when I first came to this company, I was told I was supposed to wrestle in the main event against Jerry Lynn. All of a sudden, 2 weeks ago, Sabu What the fuck was that? Now, I decided to take it upon myself to find an opponent. An opponent of my caliber.
Whining too much, Rivera.
Lose 200 pounds, maybe we can do something. Now, I searched the globe. I looked at tapes from people in Japan, Mexico, Ireland, China, whatever you want to fucking call it. I was looking. I found an opponent that will blow everybody out of the water. This man, even, I think this guy can even beat me. Nick Mondo's a cocksucker.
Fans thrusting a young, fat child forward in Messiah's direction.
Now,
Oh, you're lucky he's not here.
Where's the CCW belt?
now, my opponent, without further ado, the man who I and he are going to steal the show. It is
Joey Ryan!
Joey Ryan, our broadcast partner, Haley's boyfriend. This young athlete from the UPW, EWF, WPW promotions all over Southern California. I swear, Rivera, this guy works everywhere. He is coming to the ring with the beautiful Haley on his arm. A definite confidence booster for Joey Ryan. And what could he possibly be doing in the ring with the Messiah?
Joey Ryan certainly has the work cut out as he's facing possibly the top talent in Southern California today. We're, of course, mentioning the Messiah.
Rivera, I am getting sick of your continual insults to Team Chismo.
Look at this pants. Chismo, mismo.
Rivera, tell her to put on some pants.
I'm giving you a shot here, kid. Don't disappoint me. This is your big chance, son. All right? And you better keep her away from me, because I ain't good with blondes and big fake boobs, man. All right?
Rivera, Messiah,
Okay, let's cut the house down, Joe.
with some quick advice for Joey Ryan. Is that wise to advise your opponent before the match?
I agree.
I was a question, Rivera. I asked if it was wise.
I agree.
Okay, Joey Ryan, not quite to the level of Messiah, showing disrespect early on by shoving his elder in the ring. Ducking the clothesline attempt, Joey Ryan with the arm drag he picked up at WPW World Power Wrestling, Anaheim, California. Shooting him to the ropes, drop kick, big drop kick by Joey Ryan.
Beautiful drop kick.
Taking Messiah off his feet, sending him to recollect his thoughts on the outside.
Joey Ryan, one half of the Lost Boys. The tag team comprised of himself and Scott Lost, making their name here as well.
Joey Ryan taking the fight to Messiah on the outside, coming out of the ring, asking the fans for support for his endeavor here against the Messiah. And Messiah, the veteran, putting the boots to Joey Ryan the moment he stepped in the ring. A big shot to the face by Messiah. Referee Adam Morantz better watch those. Jason McCord, I take that back. Better watch those closed fists. And Messiah drops Joey Ryan on his head with a beautiful suplex.
What is Messiah trying to prove?
He is trying to prove that he will give the little man another big punch. The little man a shot at greatness. He is giving Joey Ryan a ladder. All Joey Ryan has to do is step up this ladder. And a huge clothesline by Messiah
And this
onto
is the
Joey
way.
Ryan.
This is the way you give someone a chance, by humiliating them in the middle of the ring.
If Joey Ryan were a little bit more of a wrestler, it would not be so humiliating for him. I think he'd be better off having his girlfriend go in there and wrestle, frankly. Big powerbomb by Messiah, knocking the wind out of Joey Ryan, compressing those ribs. Picking up Joey Ryan, arrogantly, ill-advised, some might say. Joey Ryan still has a chance to win this, despite all the punishment he's taken thus far. Chops him in the corner. Big shot to the forehead by by Messiah to Joey Ryan. Leaps off with a big crossbody off the middle rope. The tides could be turning in his favor. It may be a full moon. A big German suplex on Messiah by Joey Ryan.
Messiah a little overwhelmed here. He thought that Joey Ryan would be child's play.
Joey Ryan being shoved off the top by Messiah, coming back with a fist of his own, going up top. Messiah in position. A big Hurricane Rana off the top rope, sending Messiah down, and the quick pinfall. Kicking out at 2. Joey Ryan had a chance.
Joey Ryan looking like he's back to 100%. And Messiah maybe thinking twice about his choice of opponent.
A huge ace crusher, face crushing, diamond cutter type maneuver by Messiah. Shooting him up in the air, bringing him down on his jaw, picking him up in the rack. Could this be the burning hammer? The stigmata, if you will, Rivera. It is! Say goodnight, Joey Ryan. Say goodnight, Haley.
Stigmata.
That's all it took.
The wounds of Christ.
It wasn't much of a match for the Messiah. It wasn't much of a match for Joey Ryan. However, he came out and gave it his all. And that deserves a certain amount of respect, Rivera, but not too much. Because he still is involved with that strumpet, that temptress, Haley.
And there she is.
There she is, sliding a chair into the ring. What good could she be up to? No good.
What?
Oh, please, Haley. Please, sister. Girlfriend. Messiah.
Messiah making quick work of Joey Ryan, and it looks like the six.
Applying a huge headbutt to the face of Haley. Better go in for some more reconstructive surgery, honey, because you're going to need it. Speaking of reconstructive surgery, Messiah operates on Joey Ryan's head. That'll be $5,000, sir.
The familiar sound of the skull meeting a chair.
Haley back in position, another vicious headbutt. Another. Shades of Atsushi Onita, Rivera, wouldn't you say?
All we have to see now is the Thunder Fire Power Bomb, and it will be all over.
Rivera, I understand Messiah wanted an easy match, but he could have picked somebody and made this a little more competitive for himself. What is he doing out there, beating up both Haley and Joey Ryan, who I put on the same level in the ring? Whose music is this, Rivera? What surprise could be in store for the Messiah? Perhaps this could be the real mystery opponent.
We already have one surprise with Spanky and Christopher Daniel. What could this be now?
From the crowd,
It is Sick Nick Mondo.
pulling Messiah around, shots to the face, repeated. Shooting Messiah in, comes back, big rolling soul butt, shades of Tiger Mask, Rivera, from a practitioner of the violent arts, Sick Nick Mondo, nemesis of Messiah in Combat Zone Wrestling, Rivera.
This is a shock.
A shock to fans around the world, Rivera. Sending Messiah to the outside, going after referee Jason McCord. They look the same. I get them confused
Calm
often.
down, you're too excited.
Nick Mondo, Tope Con, Chico. I am about to have a Red Fox-esque episode, Rivera. My heart is pounding, racing to see Sick Nick Mondo here, beating the crap out of Messiah. Messiah offering up a chop to the chest of Nick Mondo, as well as a right hand to the temple. Big knee to the stomach.
And ladies and gentlemen, ever since the Messiah arrived in the CCW, Sick Nick Mondo has had his eye on this guy.
A constant antagonist to the Messiah.
Because keep in mind that on Messiah's first night in Combat Zone Wrestling, he ended up with the heavyweight championship that night.
An amazing feat for any wrestler to do that. Walking in a relative unknown, walking out champion of the world. These two men fighting around the crowd, in the fans' laps, if you will. All the way over by the security railing of the Rey Theatre. I must compliment our cameramen in capturing the back of the fans' heads.
It's a great view.
That's a nice chair. I wish I had one like that at home. There we see the Messiah taking out Sick Nick Mondo and using the force with the lightsaber again. To the back of Sick Nick Mondo, making his way back to the ring area. Messiah getting out of town, a very wise maneuver. No, he is not. He's bringing a table to the ring. How stupid is this man, Rivera? He was just jumped from behind by a man who flew thousands of miles here just to make this statement. And now he is setting up a table. I doubt that he has a 7-course dinner in store for Sick Nick Mondo. What possible use could he have for that table, Rivera?
Messiah is planting the seeds of a war with Sick Nick Mondo. Mondo is not to be played with. I don't know what's going on with Messiah, but he is asking for trouble of the biggest kind.
Ding dong, Rivera. Who's there? Answer the door, please.
Who's calling?
Trouble. And its name is Sick Nick Mondo. Sending Messiah over the ropes out to the stage. This is the second, I guess you could call it, match to spill out to the stage area. Sending Messiah back into the ring now and possibly heading for that table set up on the outside. Shoots Messiah to the ropes. Messiah reverses. And he throws Mondo over the top through the table to the floor, Rivera.
Violent crap rears his ugly head once again, Chick.
Mondo feeling the effects from that massive blow, holding his ribs, clutching, gasping for breath. That table will take any bit of breath out of your body and repossess it. It's much like when you don't make your car payment, Rivera. How is that for an analogy?
Repossession.
Mondo again clutching those ribs, heading for the back. Messiah following. Not just done with Nick Mondo yet. Mondo still with a bit of fight left in him. Takes Messiah back to the ring, surprisingly. If I were Mondo, I would leave. I would hop back on that plane and head back to New Jersey for Combat Zone Wrestling. There, where I know I have a friend in the locker room. Safe ground to stand on. Mondo pitches the ladder straight at Messiah's face, and CZW wrestlers Trent Acid and Ruckus run to the ring to restrain these two men. These men have it out for each other. Their hatred runs deep, Rivera, like the mighty Mississippi River, Rivera.
It looks like it's going to be setting up a feud between the West Coast and the East Coast. Chico, you remember the notorious B.I.G. and the Tupac?
Two
and the
men.
crap that came between the West and the East.
Two men that are currently dead.
That's right.
That could be the fate of Nick Mondo and the Messiah. Messiah having some trouble with the technical equipment. He's not the smartest man around.
You wanna fuck with me? This isn't Philly, you motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck Philly!
You wanna play with me? You let me teeth? You and I'm gonna have some fresh scars on that little body of yours, motherfucker. Lazy? You're a big surprise, I guess, huh? Well, guess what? I'm not surprised. I'm gonna kick your ass fucking next show.
Things are getting territorial.
You mentioned the seeds of a war being planted.
That's correct.
I see them being watered, germinating, and now sprouting towards Epic's next event, where apparently these two men will square off with each other.
This is a dream match,
for fans of the West Coast who have not been able to see these two men go at it live. It is a very special event. Now we have both referees in the ring restraining these two men. And now wrestlers from the back coming to take Messiah back. West Coast wrestlers, I might add, taking Messiah, another West Coast wrestler, to the back.
And you see the only guy with the balls, with the guts to come out, a Havana Pitbull.
Rocky Romero, well, not known for being a very smart man. He does have, as you Islanders would say, huevos, Rivera.
That's correct.
A fan said it best. Welcome to SoCal, Nick Mondo. You better get up pretty early in the morning to try to pull the wool over the eyes of the Messiah. More screen time for Rocky Romero and the Messiah. Now B-Boy out to restrain him. And Lil Cholo, my fellow team member of Team Chismo, and the security force pulling Messiah back. These two men want at each other. The fans want them to want at each other.
That's the next show.
Oh my goodness, she's just blackened both of her eyes, Rivera. Juggy McCann's leads. What is this, Rivera? What is this?
This is the matchup anticipated by Northern and Southerners alike.
I'm talking about the music, Rivera.
Who care about the music? I'm talking about the match that we are about to see. North meets South. Dragon meets Dragon. Here at the International Coliseum.
Rivera, you sell this match better than most would sell a used car. However, this match has ramifications deeper than Dragon versus Dragon for the first time ever in a singles contest. This match is for the APW Worldwide Internet Championship.
And ladies and gentlemen, for your information, the APW Worldwide Internet title is a unique title in the fact that it is documented and defended only for the internet. Am I correct?
Yes, you are, Rivera. And you know what they say about the internet. Excuse me. Many people are on the internet these days, Rivera. The man everyone came to see, Rivera. The man who single-handedly packed the Rey Theatre, escorted by myself and Disco Machine. Super Dragon.
Well, we saw that famous title defense that Super Dragon did in the street a couple of weeks ago on the Epic TV, nearly killing a homeless man. What was that?
It was Super Dragon merely warming up for this match, Rivera. American Dragon, trained in Texas. Texas is a terrible, terrible place, Rivera. You might as well live on the street if you live in Texas. And therefore, we figured a bum would have the same amount of skill as American Dragon.
Chico, don't let Terry Funk hear you say those words, man.
Terry who? The fans behind 100% Super Dragon as this match gets underway. A battle of epic proportions, to say the very least. These men squaring off nose to nose, a big slap to the face, traded by each man. American Dragon, or should I say, Beck, entertainer of millions worldwide.
The jib is up. Is that how you say it?
I said I do not like the cut of his jib.
Oh.
Both of these men, they lock up. A very heated exchange from the lockup, going all over the ring. No man can gain a clear advantage. Super Dragon pushes off a clean break for American Dragon. American Dragon blocks, Super Dragon blocks.
You know, the early sign of this match point to a very heated, very intense match full of striking
American
and
Dragon
stiff blows.
with a big kick to the leg of Super Dragon. Super Dragon with two of his own. American Dragon. They trade and meet in the twain, Rivera. A kick to each of their shins. That cannot feel good on either party. American Dragon breaks off, goes for a spinning back fist. Super Dragon for one of his own. A big double slap to the face sends both men reeling.
Come on, Super!
Super Dragon regaining his composure. He knows he has this match well in hand. He can defeat American Dragon at any moment. And look at this. He cares so little about the man in the ring that he goes outside to jaw with the fans, to consult with myself and Disco Machine, his advisors, Rivera.
American Dragon is almost a throwback to the classic wrestler of the 60s and 70s. No flash, no pizzazz, just solid, tough, intense wrestling. Hey.
Super Dragon back in the ring, applying a headlock to American Dragon. American Dragon takes him back to the ropes, shoots him off. American Dragon, big shoulder tackle. Dragon drops down, leapfrog over. Leapfrog over again, and American Dragon hits him face first with a dropkick right on the nose. American Dragon feeds him to the corner and sends in a vicious chop. Wrenching him up, shoots him across. Super Dragon reverses. American Dragon leapfrogs over. A quick roll up by American Dragon. A bridging pinfall attempt, only a 2 count. Big arm drag. Not something you'd see from a wrestler in the 60s, huh, Rivera?
Super Dragon has come off some recent injuries to the knee, and all I can say is that he looks to be 110% recovered.
1,000,000,000% recovered, Rivera. Except when American Dragon is cheating by driving his own knee into the face of Super Dragon. I don't have my wrestling rule book here with me, but I am almost certain that is an illegal maneuver. Speaking of illegal maneuvers, Super Dragon, very wisely, goes to the eyes of American Dragon, sends him into the ropes. American Dragon goes under. Super Dragon takes out the legs. American Dragon reverses, pitches Super Dragon off. American Dragon going in for his big elbow. Super Dragon catches him at a patented Kendo Kashin armbar takedown. Rivera, the action is fast and furious here, and I'm not talking Paul Walker and Vin Diesel.
And that's a classic example of how the worlds of mixed martial art and professional wrestling are mixing today. That armbar, that cross armbar, was invented by the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the Gracie. But now, thanks to Antonio Inoki, these two styles are mixing, bringing the fan even better, more intense displays of combat sport.
I could not have said it better myself, Rivera.
Thank you, Chick.
But if I said it, I wouldn't have the accent. American Dragon escapes that leg lock applied to his head. You can see he is red in the face, the blood flowing or possibly cut off from American Dragon's face. Super Dragon stringing him up in the corner. Referee, please avert your eyes. I don't see anything, Rivera.
Oye, hey, who is that?
That beautiful, good-looking man out on the ring apron area? Why, it's me, Rivera. It's me. I'm glad you asked, and I'm glad you noticed. American Dragon, he looks to be in between a rock and a hard place.
He's in the tree of woe.
That's not a tree of woe, Rivera. That is a tree,
an inverted tree of woe.
That is a tree of pain. Just falling down, collapsing due to the immense amount of pain applied by Super Dragon. Super Dragon showing the disrespect he carries for American Dragon, kicking him in the face and going for an arrogant pinfall attempt. And you notice right there, Rivera, Super Dragon applies the chokehold, headlock. As soon as American Dragon kicks out, Super Dragon would not do a chokehold. He plays by the rules.
This is an excellent submission maneuver being applied by Super Dragon.
And it was an excellent view at entertainer Beck. American Dragon cheating, desperately makes it to the ropes, letting down the fans that wanted to see Super Dragon win in short order, Rivera. Super Dragon a clubbing blow to the spine of American Dragon. Big foot stomps to the chest and sternum. American Dragon amazingly bridges up only to receive another foot stomp to the chest. How do you like that, Rivera?
Tremendous bridge, tremendous upper body strength exhibited by American Dragon.
When was the last time John Tolos did a move like that, Rivera?
When was the last time American Dragon busted out with the corkscrew? Kick.
When was the last time John Tolos was in the ring, Rivera? Stiff chop by Super Dragon, sending American back to the ropes just to administer more and more punishment. He is toying with American Dragon. Going for what looked to be a hip toss. American Dragon reverses into a Russian leg sweep. American Dragon stomping the elbow, the exposed elbow of Super Dragon. An underhanded, dastardly move. Picking up Super Dragon, possibly to cheat. Chopping Super Dragon like the great big redwood tree that he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match a tremendous display of striking and the ability of the human body to withstand excessive amount of punishment and pain.
American Dragon applying the submission hold. He hooks Super Dragon's arm around his leg, working that arm, taking out a lot of his strike-based offense. A wise move by American Dragon. However, I can't say it'll help him. Much like a cat who has a mouse in between the clutches of its claws, batting it back and forth, Super Dragon is merely playing with American Dragon as he administers those arm breakers and a giant back suplex.
American Dragon showing some of that
Right into a cross arm
classical
breaker, one of the most deadly moves in professional wrestling and mixed martial arts. Super Dragon wisely locks the hands, but American Dragon using his feet to get Super to break his hands, his grip, and he does break. Super Dragon quickly, wisely moves to the ropes.
quick thinking by Super Dragon.
Smart thinking. He is the ring commander-in-chief, Rivera. American Dragon with another arm breaker. This move is illegal, considering, speaking of illegal maneuvers, Super Dragon wisely, his arm gave out. Rivera, he could not support himself for that patented springboard maneuver.
The pressure of that arm bar that American Dragon was laying on was too much.
And American Dragon goes straight to the arm. Short kicks, low kicks, followed up by even more short, low kicks, urging Super Dragon to get up. But I assure you, Super Dragon is merely playing possum. He knows that this is the call for the big elbow. He reverses Super Dragon into the pinning predicament. One. Referee, please, that was a slow count.
Only two, Jake, only
Ducks
two.
the lariat. Super Dragon comes back with a big back elbow of his own, sending both men sprawling to the mat. Rivera, you talk about epic battles, the seeds of a war being sown. This match is a better example than any I can think of that type of struggle, feud, conflict.
This match has been in the making for several months, as Super Dragon making trips up to APW, shooting his mouth off, and getting the attention of American Dragon. Finally, the stage was set.
If you notice, Super Dragon was going for a pile driver type maneuver. He appeared not to be able to lift American Dragon. As you can see, it was all a ruse. American Dragon is done. Super Dragon
Picture perfect pile drive.
drove his head 6 inches into the mat. There is an indentation in the shape of Beck's head. Super Dragon allowing American Dragon the courtesy of kicking out and continuing this match. American Dragon showing flurries of offense, exchanging chops between these two men. Big elbow. Another one. A third and a fourth. Off the ropes, American Dragon with one of his own, and Super Dragon levels American Dragon with the ultimate elbow. Rivera.
Incredible display of striking today. Amazing.
Go fucking pin him. Go pin him.
There you can see myself giving advice to Super Dragon to pin American Dragon to finish this match. Super Dragon going for his patented lariat. American Dragon knew it was coming. Oh!
Come on, Super.
Shades of Johnny Saint. English technicians that will stretch your arm and break it in the span of a second. American Dragon sending Super to the ropes. Big back elbow.
High impact.
High impact. Sending him again. Big kitchen sink. Knee to the stomach. And a huge kick to the spine. Dropping Super Dragon. A near fall. But that will never be enough to pin Super Dragon Rivera. Picking him up what looks to be a waist lock. Possibly a German suplex. Super Dragon. Back elbows. Breaking off. Runs to the ropes. American Dragon with a savage clothesline, nearly decapitating and demasking Super Dragon.
It's only a matter of time before one of these warriors
Tiger Mask-esque snap suplex.
completely spends the energy and the life force.
American Dragon going up top, possibly for his diving headbutt, and yes, driving his forehead into the injured arm of Super Dragon.
Beautiful diving headbutt. Highly raised, Chris Benoit style.
American Dragon again calling for the sweet, I guess, chin music. American Dragon is met with a lariat from Super Dragon. Again! A lariat, this time, hits its mark. Drops American Dragon. Super Dragon desperately needs to pin American Dragon at this very instant to retain the APW Worldwide Internet Championship, Rivera.
Intensity at its most intense. Brutality.
Again, another
brutal.
savage lariat. Good night, Sally. Pull him over, Super Dragon. All you need is to merely place a finger. 2 count. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it, Rivera.
Believe it, Chico. These fans are getting the show of their life.
Super Dragon, could it be the UFO spinning leg lariat? It is! Leveling American Dragon. How about that for a mixed martial arts strike, Rivera?
Can this be it? Can this be it?
Cheaply cheating. American Dragon puts his foot over the rope, averting a loss. Temporarily averting a loss, Rivera.
The distance of a few inches. The only thing I
Big
say.
enziguri kick to the back of the head of Super Dragon. American Dragon should not have gone to the ropes just there.
Okay, now what are we doing?
We are seeing an exposition, Rivera. An exposition of different styles of wrestling. Oh! The crushing
Vicious.
weight of Super Dragon comes down on the chest of American Dragon in the form of springboard foot stomps, Rivera. Had it been any more vicious, American Dragon's spine would have shot out of his back, through the padding, through the stage floor, through the ground, through the crust of the earth, out to China, and struck an old woman eating a rice bowl in the face, Rivera.
The molten magma.
Magma. Super Dragon knows he has American Dragon in his grasp. Arrogantly, a 1 count kick out. Super Dragon cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Another quick kick out. American Dragon needs to be tested for additives, possibly Techron, found in Chevron gasoline, Rivera.
The intensity of the emotion that the fan must be feeling right now, being taken on this roller coaster ride. of a match.
Super Dragon
Second to none.
knocking off American Dragon, ascending the top rope. Split by American Dragon. Another illegal maneuver. Will American Dragon's cheating reach ends ever? Do his depths know no bounds? Giant back suplex off the top rope. Both men feeling the effects from that one.
Super Dragon, American Dragon have reached the point of exhaustion. Complete and utter fatigue.
Super Dragon, by the grace of God, kicks out. American Dragon picking him up, going for that cattle mutilation submission. Super Dragon, wise to it, brings him up, spins him around. Tiger suplex. 1, 2, kick out by American Dragon.
Only two. Exhaustion also showing on the face of referee Adam Marantz
The whole referee show.
as he expertly keeps the control of the match from getting completely crazy.
Super Dragon putting American Dragon up top, laying a savage chop to the back of American Dragon, going for a back suplex of his own. No! A spinning Blue Thunder Bomb off the second. No!
What a match.
American Dragon somehow kicks out. I cannot believe it, Rivera. I cannot believe it. Super Dragon calling for the fan favorite, the Psycho Driver, Chico.
This time, Super Dragon has decided to pull out all the stops.
American Dragon very wisely makes it to the ropes because he knows once the Psycho Driver is hit by Super Dragon, it is all over, Rivera.
American Dragon, very smart,
He's
falling
struggling,
to the knees.
slides over, grips him, Dragon suplex style hold. Super Dragon breaks off, sends the ropes, goes for another lariat, ducks. American Dragon rolling elbow, dropping Super Dragon. Dragon is dazed. American Dragon picks him up. What is this, Rivera? Oh my God! Super Dragon miraculously kicks out. And now the cattle mutilation submission. Super Dragon. Super Dragon.
That's it.
That's not it.
That's
he never
it.
tapped.
He was
He was waving his hands in support of the crowd, urging them behind him. Why are they ringing the bell, Rivera? He did not give up.
He submitted,
He
Chico.
did not give up.
He submitted.
Super Dragon does not speak, Rivera. How could he give up?
Submitted. It's right there on the camera. Put the slow motion and you will see.
This is insane, Rivera. He did not give up. I will protest this to the highest authority within
Submission.
all pro wrestling.
Submission.
This is bullshit, Rivera.
Hard fought. This was a war.
American
Nothing short
Dragon
of a war.
now getting what for. Myself and Disco Machine after the fact. Going to lay it in. Disco with the dancing back elbow to American Dragon. Big! Diving! Drop kick to American Dragon's face. Take that!
And there comes Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe. Look at the size of Joe. This is a big guy. This is a tank.
I see the size of Joe. I see the size of his shoe, Rivera. Joe, please, what are you doing to me? Hoisting me up like a rag doll and pitching me out of the ring. Joe, what are you doing? You animal. And Spanky involving his ugly face in this match. What nerve.
They love the Samoa Joe. I'm
The
telling
inevitable
you.
stare down between Super Dragon and Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe comes home. Rivera, what you saw earlier, Samoa Joe attacking me was a planned Hollywood stunt From the right camera angle, you will see he was nowhere near my face with those vicious boot scrapes.
You bamboozled the crowd.
We bamboozled the crowd, all in the name of making Team Chismo the predominant force in professional wrestling. Myself, Disco Machine, Super Dragon, Lil Cholo, and now Samoa Joe. Psycho Driver, good night, American Dragon. Sing Midnight Vultures to yourself because you're not waking up for a very long time.
And there is the new alliance. Samoa Joe joins Team Chismo.
Most people would wonder what Samoa Joe was thinking when he joined Team Chismo, but his hatred for American Dragon, the golden boy of all pro wrestling, drove him to making an alliance with the finest team in professional wrestling today, Rivera. Even finer than your precious Havana Pitbulls.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the first nor the last that you will be seeing of Samoa Joe. Another tremendous talent added to the roster of Epic Pro Wrestling. So okay, he's with Team Chismo. But Excalibur, let me tell you something. You guys better watch your back.
She is giving herself another set of black eyes, an American Dragon, gazing down her blouse. That scumbag. No respect for women. I can't believe it, Rivera. I can't believe it. I am disgusted.
And apparently, American Dragon taken with the Yogi McCann.
Juggy McCann's apparently taken with American Dragon as well.
Oh, good. This.
The following heavyweight match is scheduled for only one fall.
Rivera,
Introducing
here we are, the main event of the evening. Former ECW heavyweight champion, former WWF light heavyweight champion, Jerry Lynn, a man of many names over the years.
Familiar sound of Fear Factory people in the background. The long-time theme music for Jerry Lynn, as this main event has been anticipated for many months, as you will see this man take on the homicide, suicide, genocidal maniac known as Sabu.
Jerry Lynn, wrestling under many masks, many names, came to prominence in the late 90s under his real name, Jerry Lynn, in the ECW promotion.
But even before that, in the Global Wrestling Federation, many battles with the 1, 2, 3 Kid, and now he's virtually on top. What did she say?
I believe so, Rivera.
Eso.
Sabu, a veteran of this sport, known worldwide, quite literally.
Accompanied by the one and only Josh. How do you say the name? Lazy?
Rivera. Lazy. Sabu has come to Epic to make a name, not only for himself within the promotion, but to make a name for Epic Professional Wrestling worldwide. And with a victory here over Jerry Lynn, he will show that he is the true banner-carrying man.
And Sabu is showing his patriotic side.
From Bombay, Michigan, Rivera. He immigrated from Bombay, India to Michigan.
He left the traditional burnous at home, preferring to wear the American flag
Is that a burqa?
as a sign. The burnous that you wear on the head, like his great uncle, the original fire-throwing chick.
a man wrestled many battles in Detroit, much like myself, Rivera. The Sheik taught Sabu much of what he knows. Sabu coming in for a quick pinfall attempt and converts it into a leg breaker, a knee breaker. Sabu, his methodical pacing, taking the fight straight to Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn reverses around. Sabu reverses around. Jerry Lynn.
The famous scar of Sabu seen in cartoons all over Japan. It's very visible on his body at this time.
Very visible indeed, Rivera. Also very visible, Jerry Lynn's mat expertise, taking it to Sabu on the mat. The mat may not be Sabu's strongest point, and Jerry Lynn knows to exploit that weakness. Almost a stalemate in the ring though, Rivera. Lock up, Sabu takes the arm. Jerry Lynn reverses around. Sabu sweeps his leg out.
I believe Sabu thought he was going to have an easy afternoon. But Jerry Lynn putting the kibosh on that.
Very quickly, wrapping up Sabu in a submission maneuver. Sabu reaching, grasping for the ropes, finally gets his foot across, breaking the hold. Consulting with his manager, Josh Lazy, formulating some sort of strategy to throw at Jerry Lynn here in this main event. And what more strategy do you need than a well-placed fist to the face, Rivera?
Sabu is one of those type of wrestling personalities that is known in every corner of the wrestling world, whether it be Japan, Mexico, right here in the USA. He's a wrestling household word.
I could not have said it better myself, Rivera. Again, you take the words right out of my mouth. Jerry Lynn reverses, shoots over Sabu. Sabu ducks under. Big arm drag by Sabu. Big arm drag by Jerry Lynn. These men are evenly matched, it appears, Rivera.
So I'm very surprised that this Sabu match, usually a Sabu match has broken down into violent crap within the first 2 minutes.
Tables, chairs, perhaps Josh Lazy is telling Sabu to restrain himself.
They are actually wrestling.
They are actually wrestling. Instead of going for the tables early on, Sabu is attempting to wear down Jerry Lynn. They lock up. The big kick to the stomach. Sabu capitalizing on Jerry Lynn. Punches him in the face again and again. Putting the boots to Jerry Lynn and a choke in the corner. Could this be shades of violent crap to come, Rivera?
Chapter 2 of Violent Crap.
Shoots him pillar to post. Jerry Lynn brings the foot up. And a big bulldog right off the middle rope, Rivera. Only a 2 count for Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn, big plancha to the outside, meaning chest to chest with Sabu, taking him down to the mat.
Sabu thought he could step out for a quick break, but Jerry Lynn right on his tail.
The new effing show, as the fans are saying. Jerry Lynn out to prove himself, to escape from Sabu's shadow. And a 2 count after bringing Sabu back into the ring. Jerry Lynn again working on Sabu, working him over with those large punches to the face. Sabu flips over Jerry Lynn. A Jackie Chan type maneuver followed up by a big dropkick by Sabu.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan, Sabu pointing at the heavens. What inspiration could it bring him? Sabu sliding baseball slide. Drop kick to Jerry Lynn on the outside. Sabu bringing the guardrails closer. What could he be attempting, Rivera?
There's that tremendous upper body strength of Josh Lacy as he tossed the chair to Sabu. High altitude!
Over the railing, Rivera. It seems not only did the heavens bring Sabu inspiration, it brought him a chair as well as newfound courage and insanity to dive over that railing into the first second, and third row to take out Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn, a shell of the man he was at the start of this match. At the outset, Sabu issuing the punishment that only he knows how to do. And there you see it, the violent crap, the table being set up. I doubt there's a banquet for the fans going on. Jerry Lynn slamming Sabu's face into the table. He is not usually one for violent crap, Rivera.
This is where Sabu.
And there you go. He shoves Sabu off the table, not wanting to lower himself.
In this kind of situation, Sabu is happier than a pig in caca. Chick, this is where he wants to be.
Rivera.
This is his element.
Rivera, please. If you keep speaking blue, you'll never work the big rooms. Sabu.
It's the new Rivera, chick.
Breaking up Jerry Lynn's attempt at a top rope maneuver. Could it be a swinging DDT? No, Sabu blocks and lariats Jerry Lynn back into the ring. A very wise maneuver. Sabu, leg drop over the top rope to Jerry Lynn. Going for the pinfall, 1, 2, and a kick out by Jerry Lynn.
Sabu avoiding a potentially catastrophic situation as he expertly blocked that DDT that would have definitely sent them through the table.
Sabu going back outside to where that table resides, Rivera. What could he possibly have in store for Jerry Lynn? A big punch to the face, setting up Jerry Lynn prone on that table. Sabu going to the rope. Oh! Jerry Lynn pulls him off, driving Sabu's face into the apron. The very same apron that busted open Ruckus earlier in the night, Rivera.
That was a sight.
Right down the middle, Daddy.
Josh Lazy aiding Sabu ringside, sprinkling him with water, rejuvenating him as it appears. A snapmare takeover. Sabu propping up the chair. Could he be going for the triple jump moonsault? No! Jerry Lynn, wise to that maneuver, blocks it, grabs his leg, and drives Sabu face first into the seat of that chair, Rivera. Going for the cover. 2 count only, Rivera.
Sabu is reaching into the reserves, the deep oil reserve of strength.
He's from India, Rivera, not Saudi Arabia.
Same thing, chick.
Sabu going for a body slam type maneuver. Jerry Lynn reverses out, puts Sabu in a chin lock, and locks in the leg lock around the head on the chair, allowing Sabu no comfort as he rests his back. You see him trying to lean off the chair. Breaking out of the maneuver. Jerry Lynn picks up the chair and whips it face first. Sabu met that chair.
I'm noticing that Josh Lacey is a little subdued.
He is very restrained. Usually he is feeding Sabu all sorts of tables, chairs. Jerry Lynn, Hawaiian smasher, right on the chair. This is it, Rivera. 2 count. Amazingly, Sabu kicks out.
I believe Lacey's change of attitude may have something to do with the fact that Sabu is actually wrestling right now.
It could very well be. Jerry Lynn, side suplex right onto that chair. Sabu's lower back has got to be feeling the effects of that, and as well as all the other punishment that he has sustained over the course of this match. Sabu breaking up the attempt to ascend the ropes by Jerry Lynn. Quick shots to the face. Going up top. Could it be? Hurricane Rana by Sabu, driving Jerry Lynn right down to that chair.
Picture perfect.
Picture perfect indeed, Rivera. And a 2 count only. Jerry Lynn somehow manages to kick out of that. Josh Lazy, you see him feeding Sabu that table in the ring. He is a troublemaker, Rivera, in every sense of the word. Years ago, the band Danzig, which Josh Lazy was a part of, recorded a song called Trouble, a tribute to the great Elvis Presley, and Josh Lazy has proven himself to be nothing but. The sheer weight of Sabu placed on that table, managed to break it. Jerry Lynn still going up top, trying desperately to capitalize on Sabu.
Big body slam off the top rope.
Sabu clears the table, drops the leg right on Jerry Lynn's throat. With a 2 count only.
That looked like a definite 3 to me.
It was close, but Sabu still has some work to do on Jerry Lynn. Sabu setting up. Could he be launching himself? He does. He misses. Jerry Lynn wisely moves out of the way. Sabu stunned. Not that stunned though. Starts kicking, putting the boots to, keeping on. Jerry Lynn, a very smart maneuver. Jerry Lynn can pull out of a victory anywhere, at any point in the match.
Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Jerry Lynn with the big foot to the face. Swinging DDT, Chico. Wow.
Right on the chair. The exclamation point on the sentence. And Sabu manages to kick out. He has taken much punishment over the course of the evening and over his years of wrestling. And somehow he manages to kick out of that maneuver, Rivera.
Lacey asking for the table.
Why are they resorting to this violent crap, Rivera? Jerry Lynn can pin Sabu easily, 1, 2, 3 in the center of the ring. Sabu showing no real effects from that swinging DDT. Whips Jerry Lynn across, and could he be whipping him into that? No, Jerry Lynn reverses, and Sabu follows in with a big lariat.
Nice block by Jerry Lynn.
But it did not turn out the way he wanted it to when he met Sabu face first at that lariat. Sabu setting up the table in the corner, propping Jerry Lynn. Going from the corner, launches on the chair. Oh, he dives head first at the table. Jerry Lynn moves out of the way. 1, 2. Sabu miraculously kicks out Rivera.
What a match. Back and forth it's like World War II, Chick. You don't know who's going to come out on
3
top.
or 4. I believe Mary Magdalene has returned to earth. Her tears giving Sabu strength to kick out of that pinfall attempt by Jerry Lynn. Sabu going for the triple jump moonsault. Here it is, Rivera. That's it. 1, 2, 3. That's it. The match is over. Sabu pulls out a huge victory here in Epic Professional Wrestling.
Chuck, another one up for the homicidal, suicidal, genocidal maniac.
Sabu. Rivera, when Jerry Lynn came to this match, had he wrestled straight, he could have easily bested Sabu. However, when Sabu resorts to the violent crap, is there any question who will come out on top?
Well, that was part of the strategy. That's finally making its way, making known that Sabu and Lacey plan to lure Jerry Lynn into the trap by wrestling straight. And then when they find him in the middle, pow, unleash the violent crap. And it's solo.
Despite the violent crap, a wonderful display of sportsmanship here by Sabu. And Josh Lacey with some words for the crowd.
I'm your daddy, son. Check this out. Everybody's had a chance to say something. I haven't spoken my mind. The only thing I'm gonna say is this. I'm not gonna bash anybody. I don't need to. This show tonight spoke for itself. We are here to stay. We are Epic Pro Motherfucking Wrestling!
A profound statement by Josh Lacey. Larry Rivera, any parting words?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being part of International Collision, the debut show for Epic Pro Wrestling.
June 16th was a night that went down in history. Once again, this man, Sabu, came to Southern California and proved to the world that he is still the best in the sport of professional wrestling. We're here and we're here to stay. No one's gonna take nothing from us. No one can, no one will. We are the new Epic Pro Wrestling.
Excalibur, Disco Machine, Super Dragon, and now Samoa fucking Joe. The Unholy Alliance. You never thought you'd see it, but you did. Epic, International Collision. First time ever. These two motherfuckers, they team up just to show how bad they are. Joe, why don't you let the folks at home know what drove you to this decision?
You talk about son of a bitches I hate? Well, you're looking at 3 sons of bitches that I hate with all my heart. But when you talk about one man who I can't stand, the golden boy, the man who can do no wrong, the #1 top guy to beat, the guy they say has all these accolades and is a better wrestler than anybody else out here, American Dragon, God, I hate you, you son of a bitch. You little golden boy, kiss ass, pretty boy, promotion built around you, son of a bitch. You think that I wouldn't do this to get back at you? Yeah, I crossed my own soul. I teamed up with a bunch of sons of bitches I don't give a fuck about. You think I like these fools? You think I like hanging around these motherfuckers? You're out of your mind, American Dragon. I did this all to get to you. I did this all to break you. I did this all because I'm looking for you. American Dragon, you can't hide behind the promoter's coattails for much longer. Here in Epic, you're fair game. You're my game. You're Samoa Joe's game. And I'm gonna fuck you up like you've never been hurt before.
Hey, Joe. What about Spanky? That little motherfucker thinks he can come in here, screw with our shit. Fuck him. Spanky?
Spanky, you're a fucking clown, a sideshow freak. I'm sorry you got in the way. And I'm even more sorry that you'll probably get in the way again. And next time, well, I might not handle you. I might have my light work do it for me. Man, get off me.
I know you people saw the tapes. I know you people ordered the tapes. Messiah came out east after me. Now it's time to bring it to the West Coast. Now it's time for the West Coast. Now it's time for Epic Pro Wrestling to see just how sick Nick Mondo can be.
Oh yeah, Messiah. Don't think I forgot about you. Surprise.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Larry Rivera backstage at the Rey Theatre at the historic debut show of Epic Pro Wrestling. I'm talking about International Collision. And speaking of International Collision, we are seeing strife all over the world, Chico. In the Middle East, there is war brewing. On the East, there is war that almost happened. And right here, on the West Coast, another war is brewing, something that you don't know about. But at the present time, Mr. New Jack is going to fill you in on the present situation. Tell these people, Chico.
Rob, like Tupac, I'm gonna ask you a question. Why'd you get this nigga started? When I decided to quit XPW, we had an agreement that I'd go and leave. Because y'all couldn't afford me. We had an agreement that I'd go ahead and walk out the door, and nobody owed nobody nothing, and everything was hunky-dory, and I'd go on by my business. That wasn't good enough for you. You want to put this idiot with a mask on TV talking about he ran New Jack out of XPW. Please. It ain't a motherfucking nigga walking this planet with a ding-dong swinging to his ankles that I'm afraid of. But now you want to start something. Now you want to come in here and start messing with grown folk. Well, I'm going to show you what happened when you mess with grown folk. You see, I got my attorney on my back, so just in case some funky shit go on, I know that I'm covered. I got the baddest announcer, the baddest commentator ever in the history of professional wrestling that you fired because you tried to take your ding-dong out and put it in him, and he wasn't going to have it, so he won't. And then there's New Jack. My name speaks for itself, Rob. You see, I ain't new to this business. I've done this, Rob. And now you made me pick and choose. So now I picked the side that we gonna win. And I'm gonna tell you what, Rob. You see, we are equipped with weapons. We got weapons of mass destruction. We got B-52 Sabus. We got laser bombs. We got rocket launching Messiahs. And we got F-15 New Jacks, you understand? What you got? A BB gun? A weed eater? A pair of shears? That ain't weapons for a war, Raj. That ain't weapon for a war, Rob. And you gotta understand something, Daddy. You started it. New Jack gonna end it. I told you to leave me alone when you had the chance, but that just wasn't good enough. I told you when you was bouncing checks up and down the East Coast and the West Coast to straighten out your business, handle your business, you and your flunky Kevin Kleinrock, that just wasn't good enough. Now you got to deal with New Jack being right down the street. You got to deal with New Jack being on the same channel, on the same week as XPW. One prediction I left out is this. I predict XPW won't be around for the next 6 months. Raw Black, right now you living out your fantasy. That's why you on TV every week, because it's the Raw Black Show. Your porno business is going down. Your wrestling business is going down. Epic is the new thing on the West Coast. Epic is the new thing right now in wrestling, but this is the birth spot right now on the West Coast. Epic is gonna take over not only California, but Epic is gonna take over the world, Rob Black. And you know what? You gonna be sitting back at home with your finger up your butt when Lizzie got her tongue stuck somewhere where it don't belong, trying to figure out where did I go wrong. I told you I was the wrong nigga to mess with, Daddy. And if you gonna make me pick sides, then I picked him. And I am heading this war, and XPW days are numbered. And Rob Black, if you ever get the nuts enough to come stand and look at me in my face and say something, I'll knock your teeth down your goddamn throat. And you best believe, son, I'm talking from the heart. This is a shoot, Rob. XPW is done. Epic is now what's going on in professional wrestling this day. Mark it down as we speak, bitch.